Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video. Today is Friday, September 29th, 2023, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App $, ORION, NWSF, or the YouTube Super Chat right here. We got some baseball to play tonight. We got the Texas Rangers versus the Seattle Mariners. Let's fucking go. Man, I can't wait. JP Crawford was the hero last night, so he got on the thumb. Let's get into the thumbnail as well as the starting lineups. I mean, it really came down to the last batter right there in the bottom of the ninth. And if we didn't come up with that clutch hit with JP Crawford, hey, the season more than likely would have been over. I mean, it still might be, but as long as we're alive by just a little bit, hey, we'll keep it how it is. All right, baby. On the left, you already know what it is. You got Corey Seager. And on the right, to pay homage to the hero last night, J.P. Crawford. Let's go. And let's get into the starting lineups here. We'll start it off with the Texas Rangers. All right, baby. Let's get this minimized here. All right, baby. Here we go. Leading off for the Rangers, second baseman Marcus Semien. Batting second, shortstop Corey Seager. Batting third, DHing for Texas tonight, Mitch Garver. Batting cleanup and batting fourth, right fielder Adolis Garcia. Batting fifth, playing first base, Nathaniel Lowe. Batting sixth, playing third base, Josh Young. Batting seventh, catching tonight for the Rangers, Jonah Heim. Batting eighth, playing center field, Leody Taveras. And batting ninth, playing left field, Evan Carter. And on the mound for the Rangers, Nathan Eovaldi, 12-4 record with a 3.26 ERA. This is not going to be easy. All right, Mariners, let's go, baby. You already know what it is. Got 3 games left. We got to win all 3 after winning last night. It's not impossible, but we got to dig real deep. Let's go. Let's be electric tonight. Leading off for the Mariners, the hero last night, shortstop, the captain, the mayor, the president, J.P. Crawford. Batting second, playing center field, Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, J-Rod. Batting third, playing third base, Eugenio Suarez. Playing cleanup tonight, batting fourth, big dumper, catcher Cal Raleigh. Batting fifth, playing right field, Teoscar Hernandez. Batting sixth, DHing for Seattle, Mike Ford. Batting seventh, playing first base, Ty France. Batting eighth tonight for Seattle, left fielder, Jared Kalanick. And batting ninth, playing second base tonight, Josh Rojas. And on the mound for the Mariners, Brian. Woo! Let's go, baby. Brian, we're going to need you tonight. We got to go for 8 to 10 Ks. Let's go, baby. You already know what it is. Brian. Woo! Let's go. Let's go. Not going to be an easy matchup, but just got to believe. Let's go, baby. All right, let me get all situated here. I'm watching the Beavers and Utah right now as well. So I've been watching that since the beginning of the matchup. All right, let's get it going, baby. Turn this back on. And then I'll flip back and forth a little bit through the Beavers and Utah if need be. Hope everyone is having a fantastic Friday night. And after I ended up doing the Lions and the Packers last night, then I busted out that reaction video right after. And, and then I was able to take Paisley for a walk, and I was able to sit down for literally the bottom of the ninth. And I didn't know if we were going to end up winning that game, but I saw, a couple guys on, JP up, right pretty much at the very, very end. And I was like, okay, well, if we get a hit here, we're going to win. If not, we're going to lose, and maybe the season's over. And JP came up real clutch, and we're alive. We might be on life support, but we're alive. And I did see that the Blue Jays were roughing up the Rays, which is not good for us. And then obviously we got the Astros playing the Diamondbacks, I believe. So we got to go for the Diamondbacks to win tonight. So we'll see where it goes. But we got the Mariner game on here. I also got the Beavers and Utah on. And then depending on what happens tonight, then we'll kind of decide on what we end up doing tomorrow. So we'll either do the Mariner game tomorrow, or I'll end up doing the Oregon Ducks versus Stanford. They're around the same time, around 3, 4 o'clock. So we'll decide, obviously after tonight, what we'll end up doing. I'll end up watching both, but one is going to be, the primary for the stream. And then on Sunday, we'll have to decide what we end up doing there. We might end up doing the Mariner game. I might do reaction videos all day for the NFL. We also have the Bucks and the Saints on at 10 a.m., as well as the best game maybe all year with the Buffalo Bills hosting the Miami Dolphins. So there's a lot of decisions that have to be made based off streaming. I'm going to be putting in a lot of grind and a lot of work, but definitely, the playoffs are just right around the corner, and the Mariners are just trying to get in. So, it seems like the Blue Jays will probably get in. And then we got Jeremy in the building repping the Blue Jays. So we'll see how that goes. But, for us Mariner fans, especially if we're true, we're loyal. I've been watching the Mariners since the mid-'80s, around 85. And we haven't had very many good seasons, and we haven't played good in September. So, based on how we played in, July and August, we definitely deserved a playoff berth. But how we played in September, we don't deserve to be in. So it's really going to be one of those things where we're going to have to try to dig real deep, win this game, and then try to win the last two and sweep. And if we sweep, it'll give us a better chance, but there is no guarantees, and it's going to be very difficult to beat the Rangers, let alone sweep the Rangers. Going into the series at the end of the year, we got swept by the Dodgers, and then we had Rangers, Astros, Rangers, and in that first Rangers series before we just got done with the Astros, we were 1-5 going into that series, in the first 6 games. So the Rangers are tough. We have a better record against the Astros than Texas for whatever reason, and hopefully we can find a way to get it done tonight. Beavers 7, Utah 0 there in Corvallis. I know Marcos and Rick are watching, and I'm rooting on the Beavers tonight. Hopefully they can end up getting a dub against a very good foe in the Utah Utes. Big facts. Let's go. Sarah, how are you? Let's get to 100 in donos. Let's do it. And we just broke 20K roughly about a week ago. So we're grinding there, just trying to add, obviously more subs, get the likes up, get the subs up, the views up. Hopefully we can have a good dono day as well. And hopefully it ends up being a good game. Let me turn on see if I can get the volume up here for the Beaver game while we're just waiting. So that way I can at least get a little, I like to be able to get as much in as I can with the action. So at a commercial break here in a second, and we'll be ready to go. Let's go, baby. Appreciate you, Sarah, helping out on the Twitter and the X side. I really just don't want the season to be over with. That's really what it comes down to. Struggled at the beginning of the year. Then we got really hot in July and August, where we were like probably the best team in baseball besides the Braves. And just a rough, tough schedule in September. And we were fatigued. We were tired. Pitching got worse. Hitting got worse. We got beat up by some really good teams. And then right now we're in that, do or die position, and hopefully we can find a way to stay alive on life support. Big facts. Yeah. He already pitched his last pitch already, right? Like he's already pretty much done. Beavers 7, Utah 0, 7:20 left in the second quarter. That's pretty crazy. Lots of good games in college football tomorrow as well. Very excited. So, like I said, there's going to be a lot to do. Normally I don't like missing, Duck games, even though I know we're going to blow out Stanford. We're going to beat them probably by 21 or more. It could be a similar score to what we did to Colorado. But I mean, if we win tonight, maybe I'll end up doing the Mariner game tomorrow as well. We'll have to decide. I'll be watching both, but I definitely have to be able to make a decision. All right, let's go Mariners. J.P. Crawford, what an OG, triple OG. He was phenomenal last night. And then even on that, JP's a very respectable guy. But when your season's on the line and everything is on the line to be able to keep playing for another day and have it mean something. He got the interview done with the Mariners reporters and whatnot, and he did a "let's fucking go" on TV. They didn't bleep it. I don't think they were thinking that he was going to say that, and then he ended up signing his autograph on the camera. Feels good. Feels good. And there's no guarantee that we're going to be able to get that done. So, Calvin in the building. What's good, brother? How are you? All right, baby. Beavers 7, Utes 0. Go Beavs, even though I'm a Duck fan. And then we got Brian Wu on the mound. Marcus Simeon in the box. Let's go, baby. Let's go. First pitch for Brian Wu outside, 1-0 count. Hope everyone's having a fantastic Friday. Love you guys and I appreciate you guys very, very much. 1-0 pitch. Outside, called for a strike. We'll make sure we're giving the Rangers their proper dues as well. Got to have good karma on our side. Pitch outside of the strike zone, called for another strike. Who is this? Angel Hernandez? And very cool after Bryce Harper and me and Elliot were talking about it. After he got ejected from Angel Hernandez with the check swing, he got pissed. He got ejected. He threw his batting helmet in the crowd. And I said, it'd be super dope if you got that and got him to sign it. Got him, Brian Wu with a K. There we go. Great start. Let's go. And then obviously Bryce, found out that a kid got it. Thank God a kid got it. And he did end up autographing it in silver Sharpie, like I said. And the guy's got a fucking memorabilia piece for the rest of his life. Pretty sweet. And that Ranger spinning logo with the state of Texas, that might be the coolest spinning logo out of all the ones that I have. Woo! With his first K, Mariner Moose comes out for that one, baby. Let's go. We're going to need 10 Ks out of you today. Or at least shoot for 8 to 10. Let's go, baby. Ric Flair like that. Woo! 1K, 9 to go. Matt in the building. What's good? Pitches outside, 2-0 count. Matt, have you recovered from that Packers loss? Or are you still feeling it? Ooh, nice spin move by the Utes. 2-0 pitch. Pitches outside, 3-0 count. Come on, baby. Let's go, Woo. We can't walk him. 3-0 pitch to Corey Seager. And he walked him. Damn it, Woo. What's better than giving up a homer, I guess. And I put Seager on the thumb. He's very deadly. There's usually a guy in the lineup, that will really rip us apart. And typically Corey Seager, and when he's healthy, he's that guy. I mean, there's a reason why I put him on the thumb. Hopefully it doesn't jinx us. All right, next up, DHing for Texas, Mitch Garver. 278 average with 19 homers and 50 ribbies in 2023. How is SmackDown? Is it good? Top of the first, we're knotted up at 0. 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. 0-2 count. Yeah, I know you're a Broncos fan. One-two pitch. New Zealand, huh? Okay. All Blacks. That's good. 96. Golly. 1-2 pitch from Wu. Check swing. Pitch is low and outside. 2-2 count. Yeah, I don't know. For me, like I said, usually I don't get too riled up, with certain matchups and games that aren't my own teams, but I definitely pay attention to what fan bases do and what people say and do, not only in real life and in person, but on social media and in general, And I just don't really like the way that that fan base treats, the other teams, the other fans, and that's just, it is what it is. Like we see that famous clip of, when he jumped up to do his little, version of the Lambeau leap, and you saw a Packer fan, dumping the beer, on him on Ron St. Brown's helmet and whatnot. I mean, it's what I would expect from a Packer fan. I'm sad to say, but that's who they are. You know what I mean? Detroit Lion fans wouldn't necessarily do that. Like I said, you can't take one bad fan and say, oh, the whole fan base is bad. But it just seems like that type of behavior repeats itself over and over and over again. So I can't support a fan base that treats people that way, or the players that way, or other fans that way. Got him, Brian Wu with another K, baby. There we go. I see you, Brian. Couple Ks already. Great sign for us. You already know what it is. It's Brian. Woo! Let's go, baby. Mariner Moose comes out for that one. Another K, baby. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 2 Ks. Pitch is high. 1-0 count to Dallas Garcia. .245 average, 39 homers in 2023. Yeah, because I never really bought into the New England Patriot hate, as much as other people did. Of course, the cheating is a big thing. Cheating in sports is big. And obviously that's why there was some dislike for like the Astros and the New England Patriots. Duh, you cheat. Why are we going to root for you? You're not doing it clean. You're cheating, right? But as far as the Dallas Cowboys are concerned, I don't got any problems really with their fan base. A lot of them are living in the past, but if you're passionate and you grew up in the Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin, Leon Lett, Emmitt Smith era, Dion era, hell, it's been a long time since they've been good, and they just want to be able to, have a team that can go to the playoffs, and maybe it's a little bit of blind faith, with that organization and their fans. Sometimes they're a little delusional, thinking they're going to go to the Super Bowl and win it all every year, but I don't really have that hate that the media portrays to everyone, that we have to hate New England and we have to hate the Cowboys. I'm not like that, so. $2. Sarah with a dono early to get us going. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Early is better. Bang, 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 boom, boom, boom. Bang, bang, $2 holla, 98 to go. Appreciate you. Let me know what you want to do for photos during the commercial break, and I got you. 2-2 pitch. And we still got 7-0 Beavers over Utah. So really the elites right now in the Pac-12, it's going to be USC, Washington, Oregon, right? And probably you would think Utah, and then you got like Oregon State, Washington State, and then Colorado after them. But anything can happen in the Pac-12. I mean, I would assume USC and Washington, would more than likely be in the Pac-12 championship game, but Oregon is still in it. I think that the best 3 teams right now are Washington, Oregon, and USC. And if Oregon is number 3, I'll take that. And as long as we can continue to keep on winning to keep us in the mix. Big facts. And if Oregon State can beat Utah, then that will slide them down a little bit further, Utah, and then Oregon State will move up, especially after that loss that they had against Washington State last weekend, which was tough. Top of the first, runners at first and second, 2 outs. Nathaniel Lowe fouls it off. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. Let's go, baby. We got 3 games left. We got to be able to capitalize. I don't want our season to be over. Yeah, Toronto beat the shit out of the Rays, and that's not good for us. Come on, Woo. 0-1 pitch. Let's go, baby. Nice strike right there. 0-2 count. Thank you, Megan. I appreciate you so much. You too, Sarah. Top of the first. Runners at first and second. 2 outs. 0-2 pitch. Let's get another K, baby. You got 2. Let's make it 3 this inning. Pitch is low. 1-2 count. Thank you, Megan. Kraken win. All Blacks win. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It means a lot. You already know. You know, you're one of the heavy hitters. You never gave up. You never ran away. You never wavered. And I appreciate that. Bang, 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 boom, boom, boom. Bang, bang. $20 holla. Nathaniel Lowe pops that foul. Let me know what you want for photos as well, and I'll get both of you ladies some photos once we get into a commercial break here. Thank you so much for your support, Sarah, as well as your support, Megan. You guys are the best. 22 doll hairs. Let's get to a hundo. And yes, thank you so much, the 2 of you. There we go. Hit the like, sub, donate, comment, share, what anything positive to help us out on the channel. Thank you. Especially with all the extra reaction video stuff, because it's one thing to stream every day. Most people on YouTube don't even do that. And then obviously cracking out about 25 reaction videos, 20 to 25 a week. That's a lot. Since they take about an hour to do. For each one. To actually do one and then have it upload and then make sure that the HD format is ready, once it uploads. So it's like once I actually get the video done and I upload it, I typically have to wait an additional 20 minutes so that way the HD version is available right away. Because if you post it right after it's done uploading, it'll be like, very low resolution. And who wants to watch a video with low resolution? I know not me. So 7-0 Beavers up on the Utah Utes. A little surprising, almost coming into halftime, 1 minute left. I got that game here on the screen as well. Let's go, baby. Okay. We'll get some Adam Wainwright first for Sarah, and we'll get the Hack and the boys here as well. 3-2 pitch for Woo. Check swing. Did he go? Got him! Let's go. Woo, woo, woo. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There we go, baby. Brian Woo. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start. Of course, a couple guys got on right there and whatnot, but hell, we'll take it. We'll take it. And again, Brian Woo is one of those guys that typically throws heaters. He can get to 8 to 10 Ks. Normally doesn't get the run support. And sometimes we'll get roughed up by some homers, but hopefully we can keep him clean today. Fantastic start. Electric start for Brian Woo. Let's go. And then I'm watching Grimm. And obviously, that's a show that was like on NBC. It takes place here in Oregon. And one of the cops that's in the show that is with Nick, who's like the main person in the show, is named Woo. Coincidence? I think not. We got to get a dub today, baby. Let's go. Let's go. All right, let me get some photos up here. All right, we got to get... First off, what do we want? We want to get an Adam Wainwright. Okay, hold up. Yeah. End of an era, huh, Sarah? End of an era. I appreciate you very, very much. Thank you for your $2 dono. Little Adam Wainwright. Career coming to an end. Appreciate you very much, and I'll try to get you a few more once we get in commercial break, and then I'll get Megan's photos here in just a second. Let's go, baby. All right, JP Crawford in the box. Let's go. And I'll start clicking on some photos and get them prepped here. Multitask. Woo, woo, woo. You know it. Big swing and a miss. .265 average. Career highs in many, many statistical categories for J.P. Crawford this year. And like I said, I think most Mariner fans have this new appreciation for J.P. Crawford, not only what we know, what we have with him when he's in the lineup, but how bad we are when he's not in the lineup, offensively and defensively. Is there going to be games like right here where he might strike out, from time to time? Yeah, any player will. But he usually sets the tone for us. And, if we didn't have him get that clutch hit there in left field last night, the season pretty much is over. So we're still alive, and that's why he gets on the thumb, baby. Let's go. Let's go. J.P. Crawford with the strikeout. Don't worry, J.P., you're still my guy, and you're still one of my top 5 Mariners on the roster. Like I said, I got J.P., Julio, Cal Raleigh, George Kirby, Bryce Miller. Those probably will be my 5. I mean, there's others that I like as well. It's not like I don't like Luis Castillo or Logan Gilbert or some of the others, but, if I had to go for who I like, I mean, Kirby and Miller for the pitchers, guys that are our guys that came up in our system, and then obviously Julio, Cal, and J.P. Crawford. Love them. Julio with an 0-2 hole. Come on now. We need you, Julio. Go, baby. You're the man. Let's go, baby. We need you. The electric tonight. Halftime, 7-0 Beavers. Big swing and a miss. There goes Julio and JP back-to-back. Not the most ideal scenario to start off the game. But it is Eovaldi. So you have to also understand it's not like they have some trash pitcher up there. Eovaldi is money, okay? Eovaldi is the man. One of their best pitchers, right? We got to make sure we're keeping it real, keeping it 50-50, no bias. 12-4 record. 3.26 ERA. So there is a high possibility that we might not get a whole lot of runs and hits until he goes out. So hopefully we can rough him up within the first 4 innings so that happens. All right, next up, Eugenio Suarez. Let's go, Gino. Come on, baby. We need you. 2-0 count. Pitch. Top to third base. Got him. Easy. 1-2-3 inning. That's rough. All right, let's get some photos up here for Megan for her $20 dono. I appreciate you. Can't wait for the Kraken hockey. Like I said, I'll be doing a lot of Blazer basketball, and I'm going to be doing a lot of Milwaukee Bucks for Dame Dalla. Out here in Rip City, I think fake fans are mad, and they don't understand, that he gave everything that he had. But I feel that real ones really do appreciate what Dame brought for us, and we're rooting for him to win the ring. He's 33 years old. He gave us like 10 years. I mean, it's really the Blazer organization's fault for not bringing in some more supporting cast for him to be able to bring in a guy like a Giannis. But again, Portland really doesn't have the nightlife, that a lot of the players want, and it's not necessarily the most ideal situation. Or if you could go somewhere like LA or Miami or New York, I get it, but I don't have any harsh feelings or hard feelings towards him. I'm rooting for him. Hell, I never would normally buy a jersey, of another team besides the Blazers. But at some point in the season, I will buy a white Damian Lillard Bucks jersey and store it in the closet because, he is that guy, and we are rooting for him to be able to get that championship and get that ring with Giannis. And obviously, if he would have went to the Miami Heat, he would have had a really good chance there as well with Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo. But with the Milwaukee Bucks, it literally is the best possible scenario that he could have went to besides the Denver Nuggets. I mean, if he goes to the Denver Nuggets or he goes, those are going to be the places where you got the 2 best players. The Joker is probably the best player in the world right now, and Giannis is number 2. But if they're both healthy, it could be, 1A, 1B, so. Big facts. All right, back to the action. Appreciate you, Megan. I'll get you a few more once we go into the next commercial break. Thank you so much for your support. And doing Kraken games are going to be like so much fun this season too, after the success that we've had in the last, couple years and the new existence of the Kraken. All right, Josh Young in the box. Elliot in the building. What's good? Elliot's going to get our likes up. Daniel in the building. What's good? No problem. I appreciate you guys. Top of the second, 0-0. And it's not Josh Jung. It's spelled Jung, but it's pronounced Young. A lot of people have gotten that wrong, including myself from back in the day. Especially when you're trying to cover all 30 teams in Major League Baseball, sometimes pronunciations kind of slip through the cracks, but once you correct yourself, then you remember. Can't wait for college football tomorrow. Going to be exciting. Really good matchups in the morning. And yeah, USC is going to beat the brakes off of Colorado tomorrow, just like Oregon did. And I'll be up early watching that game. So lots of big people that are going to be there too. Little blooper. Oh, right over his head on Rojas. But Will Ferrell's going to be there. He normally goes to the home games, in Southern California, but he's making the trip to Colorado. I believe the game is in Colorado, correct? So you're going to have Snoop Dogg there. Will Ferrell's going to be there. Mark Wahlberg is going to be there. There's quite a few celebrities that are going to Jay-Z's going to be there. So anywhere Colorado goes, even when they got stopped by Oregon, they're still going to draw a crowd. I mean, it's good for college football in general. But what it's going to show Colorado and Dion, right, is that you're not on the Oregon level. You're not on the USC level, and you're not on the Washington Huskies level. Caleb, Bo Nix, Michael Penix Jr., we're a little bit deeper overall. But the Colorado team, I feel, is still pretty good. But not having Travis Hunter, that definitely hurt them quite a bit, with that cheap hit, from Colorado State, even though they did a video together saying the no hard feelings and whatnot. So Jonah Heim in the box. Jacob in the building. What's good? Yeah, and then depending on what happens tonight, will determine what I decide to do tomorrow. I was going to do the Ducks in Stanford, even though I know the Ducks are going to win by 21 or more on the road, more than likely, not to jinx us or anything. But if the Mariners, are in this position, we only have a couple games left, I might end up doing the Mariner game. I'll still watch the Ducks, but I have to choose something for a primary, a game that's going to be a Duck blowout, or a game, if the Mariners win tonight, that's really going to mean something tomorrow. So we'll find out. And then obviously on Sunday, I'll be doing a lot of reaction videos. And I have to decide if we want to do Bucs Saints in the morning, if we want to do Bills Dolphins in the morning, which is going to be one of the best games of the year besides Cowboys Niners, and then reaction videos in the afternoon. And then if I want to end up doing Chiefs and the Jets. Now, if Simeon is quarterback, and then you got the Swifties there and Taylor Swift, representing Travis Kelce and all that craziness, right? But we'll decide. I mean, normally if the Chiefs are on prime time, regardless of the opponent, I'm going to do it. And I don't really like missing out on Sunday Night Football, but if I can pump out 7 reaction videos on a Sunday, and help us gain subs and views in this crucial time of the year, it'll be something that me and Sarah and the group will talk about. But we're going to be very busy. Like, we got this game tonight, and obviously we got a big schedule for tomorrow and for Sunday. Top of the second, 0-0. Wu on the mound. Runner at first. Tavares in the box. 1-0 pitch. Pitch is high. 2-0 count. Yeah, and it's going to be a fun game. Even though the Buffalo Bills look shaky, against the Jets in week 1 and they lost, they've been pretty much looking like a totally different team since then. Opponents really haven't been that good, based on who they played, but this will be a big test, to see if Miami, is going to be that team that maybe the top team in the AFC or top 2, which they already are. It's like Bills, Dolphins, Chiefs. Those are the teams that are, kind of separating themselves. And then you got, obviously, the Cowboys, even though they lost to the Cardinals, Niners, Eagles, kind of in the mix. I'd probably say Niners and the Eagles at the top. But there's a lot of wiggle room. We're still in the first month of the season. 3-1 pitch. Top of the second, 0-0 Mariners. Let them know. Yeah, Simeon, even though some people don't like him, when he was on the Washington football team, the Commandos, I thought he was pretty good. I think he's better than Sam Howell. Like I said, I think he's better than Zach Wilson. I don't think he's that bad. I think he actually could start Trevor Simeon maybe on like 4 teams in the NFL, 4 or 5, not every team, but I think that he's good enough where he's a borderline starter. He's not like, oh, backup Zach Wilson. Like Zach Wilson can't start. Simeon could actually start for a few teams, like the Panthers, the Texans, the Colts, a few of these kind of like the Jets, kind of like the teams that are on the bottom looking up. So, but even though the Colts are actually playing pretty good, and you're getting Richardson back, which is good too, and your record's good, believe it or not. So, popped up to Julio, 2 away. Let's go, baby. 19-2. Oh, ooh-wee. That's tough. Now I'm just watching Beavers and Utah, as well as the Mariners and the Rangers. Evan Carter now in the box. We got to make sure we're still giving that appropriate love to both teams. It's good karma. You can't be a hater. Got plenty of those drinking the haterade all day and all night. Plus, you know what? When you end up going the extra mile, and since I have to fully produce the show and pretty much do the work for commentating color and play-by-play, that's why I got 2 mics. I got to do the job of 2 different people, and also do the job of managing the stream and producing the show. I like being able to learn about all the other players in the league. It's one thing to know, like your team in the NFL and maybe some of the good players, but when it comes to baseball, not a lot of fans go above and beyond their own team, or if they have a relationship with their, friend or father, mother, brother, sister, if they have a favorite team other than yours, maybe you follow that. Like for me and my dad, Dodgers, but I've definitely learned a lot more, this season covering, the whole entire league. That's big facts. Like you think you understand the league until you actually start calling games for every fucking team. And then you start realizing, some of those players that you may have had slip through the cracks a little bit, those underrated sleepers that I try to find in fantasy for the NFL. Same thing goes with the baseball side too. 1-2 pitch to Evan Carter. Come on, Woo. Pitch is high out of the zone. 2-2 count. Appreciate that, Jacob. Yeah, and I got an all-star one still waiting for me at my boy Justin's house. He's got an all-star T-shirt for me from Seattle because him and his dad went. And then I got an all-star chain. And at one of these days, he'll have to come through and drop by, but he's been hella busy. Got him! There we go. 4th strikeout by Brian Wu. Let's go. Evan Carter, not today. But I will give the Rangers this. Your spinning logo might be the coolest one that I've seen out of all the logos that I've done. Just to have the state of Texas. I mean, that's fucking dope. Looks amazing. All right, baby. I see you, Brian Wu. What is that, 4Ks for Wu already? Mariner Moose comes out for that. Okay, baby. We'll get the Mariner Moose. And we get the Mariner Moose in the corner as well. Let's go, baby. I see you. All right, Brian. You the man. And we needed a good performance. We can't have Brian Wu give up 4 runs in the first inning. Then the shit is already over. So nice job, Brian. And we got to be able to keep things moving, especially against a tough opponent like the Rangers. We don't have a very good record against them. Let's go. Woo! Shooting for 10 Ks, and he's pacing for 10. Let's go, baby. All right, let me see if I can get a couple more photos for you for your Kraken before we get back here. Appreciate your support, and anyone that donos, they end up getting whatever photos of whatever their favorite things are, sport related, wrestling related, it don't matter. It could be whatever, but I got you. Appreciate you. And we'll get back to the action here. We're just in a commercial break, And anytime that people support, with the donos, whether it be $1 or $1,300 or anything in between, I'm going to definitely show that extra love and support. And I appreciate you tremendously. And, Philip Grubauer, I can't wait for him. Let's go. You already know what it is. Thank you so much for your $20 dono. Megan lives in Australia. Big Mariner, Kraken, and Hawk fan. Appreciate you. All right, baby. Bottom of the second. Eovaldi still doing big things. Mike Ford in the box. Let's go. No, it's Cal Raleigh, not Mike Ford. I was going to say, I didn't think we were at Mike Ford just yet. Those announces. The Groove Funko. Nice. Nice. $22 in donos. Let's get to a hundo. 88 to go. Let's get those likes up as well. We just hit 20,000 subs just about a week ago. So I think we're at like 20,000. Ooh, line drive. Right to Josh Young. What a play. One away. See what we're at right now. I think we're at 20,000. What are we at? 20,046. So we got 4 more to get to 20,050. So we're grinding, baby. Shout out to all the goats in the room. I appreciate y'all. And if you're new to the channel, we do a little bit of everything here. We do baseball, basketball, football, hockey, NASCAR, wrestling, AEW, WWE, live play-by-play and reactions for all of those things, on top of reaction videos for the NFL games, all 16 games every single week. And then I'll even bust out 4 or 5 college football ones also, kind of showcasing Caleb Williams, Drake May, Michael Penix Jr., Bo Nix, Quinn Ewers, and all the different quarterbacks that potentially will be first or second round picks as we're going into the draft next year. Or good matchups, like when we had Alabama and Texas, Notre Dame and Ohio State. I try to do those as well. So, bottom of the second, 1-1 pitch for Eovaldi. Big swing and a miss for Teoscar. And like I said, this is going to be hard for us to be able to produce hits and runs. I mean, Eovaldi is an OG, triple OG. I mean, it's not going to be easy. Like we might have, I hope we can end up getting at least a couple before he goes out, but I wouldn't be shocked if we're at 0 or 1 run by the time that he gets pulled in the 6th, unless we can rough him up in one of these innings, I hope. But he's money, and we're going to make sure we show him the proper love, because that's what we do. You don't want to be just Mariners. You want to make sure you got that good sports karma. And I'll tell you what, no other Mariners streamer is going to show so much love for the opposing team. That's facts. But remember, Eovaldi, 12-4 record, 3.26 ERA. This is not going to be easy. Come on, Teoscar. No strikeouts, bud. Chopper. Right to Josh Young again. Fuck. 2 away. So the Kraken games, are they on Root Sports? What channel are the Kraken games being? Are they televised? Because we're in kind of like a preseason right now. It's not the regular season yet. So as far as like hockey is concerned, it's like we have like AAA, high A, single A, double A, triple A, and then it's like you got different leagues, like WHL, and for like the different associations and whatnot. But what as far as hockey is concerned, what do they typically call it? Do they just call it like the hockey preseason? Obviously, there's going to be specific names for each of the sports and whatnot. And I haven't really claimed a hockey team of my own until the Kraken became into existence, just because I didn't want to be a bandwagon fan. I mean, I grew up watching Wayne Gretzky, Mario Lemieux, Brett Hull, and seeing Patrick Law and Chris Chelios, and I used to play all the games on Nintendo and Sega and Super Nintendo and PlayStation and 64. But I didn't want to be that guy like, oh, look at me, Sidney Crosby, or look at me, Alexander Ovechkin, because I already knew those guys were going to win Stanley Cups. So it kind of just made sense to lay back and wait. And then the Kraken is here. It's just called preseason as well. Okay. I didn't know if there was another name that they, decided to throw in there to call it and whatnot. So how many preseason games do they play in hockey? I don't know if things have changed in the last couple of years, but that's why I'm asking. Bottom of the second, 0-0. Eovaldi on the mound. 2 outs, 1-2 pitch. Let's go, baby. 4 pre. That's not very many. So it's almost like NFL then, where they just have like a couple matchups then. Interesting. I never knew that. But again, I'm normally not too interested, in what's going on with hockey typically until as the season goes along, and when you don't have a team to claim, I got a lot of other sports that I'm following. So, did he go? Come on, Mike Ford, 2-2 count. Against the Vegas Knights, yeah. Big swing and a miss. Struck him out. Shit. This is going to be tough. All right, nice job, Eovaldi. I'll give you your flowers. All right, let's take a quick look at the stats so far. All right, Eovaldi, what do you got so far for us? 2 innings pitched, 0 hits, 0 earned runs, no walks, 3 Ks. And that's what I would assume from a pitcher with your elite caliber of a 12-4 record and a 3.26 ERA. And let's take a look at what Brian Wu is doing. He's obviously not as good as Eovaldi, but he's pitching tonight like he is. Take a look at what Brian Wu's got on the table. All right, Brian Wu. 2 innings pitched, 1 hit, no earned runs, 2 walks. Which ain't that great this early in the matchup, but he's got 4 Ks. So we'll take that. Especially for a guy that sometimes gets 2 to 5, and then other games he'll get 8 to 10. So he is basing for 10 Ks, and hell, he might need 10 Ks out of him if we're going to win this game today. Big facts. And then I also got the Beavers and Utah on as well right now. I get a little bit of audio with this one. Got to be able to multitask here. Oh, here we go. Looks like is this the second half that's starting here? Let's go Beavers. I might be a Duck fan, but I got a lot of friends like Marcos and Rick and a few others, my boy Jake, that are big Beaver fans. They go to the games, watch the games, and when they're not playing the Ducks, I'm always going to root for them. It's always better when you can have 2 good teams in the state that are doing well. 7-0 Beavers over Utah, which is pretty surprising. If you're a Utah Ute fan right now, you're probably shocked that you're losing this game right now, and you have 0 on the Beavers. So it shows you that the Pac-12 in our last year of existence, we're pretty fucking good. This is the best that we've been as far as like an overall conference with, as far as last week was concerned, we had 8 teams in the top 25, but then Colorado dropped out, but still, pretty solid. Golly, already a hit. Come on, Wu, focus. Evan Carter with that little bloop single on first base. Come on now. Come on, Wu, focus. Simeon, obviously with a little bloop. Next up, Corey Seager. Why? Why can't you believe USC? I mean, you guys haven't really played anybody yet. It's like same thing with Oregon. We haven't really played anyone yet, and Washington hasn't played anyone yet. So once we actually play each other, right, then we'll find out who really the top dog is, right? So you got like 6, 7, 8 teams in the top 25 a couple weeks ago, and that's a little bit less now. But we have to actually play each other, and then we'll see how good USC really is, how good Oregon really is, how good Washington really is, and we'll figure out who the best ones are. So you shouldn't be shocked. You're USC. You got Caleb Williams. All right. Like all the teams are in the top 10. That's a big thing. And especially if a guy that won the Heisman last year, he'll probably win it again this year. He'll probably be the first pick in the draft. You shouldn't be surprised at all. It's like you should expect them to win every game. I mean, I know if I was a USC fan, that's how I would be thinking and how I would be approaching it. I mean, I'm not thinking that we're going to go all the way and win a national championship, but I definitely think that, if there's any team that could be, a champion in the Pac-12, definitely USC, Washington, and Oregon have their eyes on the prize. So do a few other teams below us. So, but if you can end up blowing out Oregon or blowing out Washington, then you'll be like, oh shit, we're good. But if you lose to Washington or Oregon, then you'll see like, okay, we're still good, but maybe we'll have to see if we can get a rematch later on. So, and Oregon has to go to Washington, and we got USC in Autzen. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes, and hopefully I can go to that USC matchup because I got a chance to go to that Colorado game because of Mo Gumbo, and I'll never be able to repay him for that. That was such a really cool opportunity. I haven't been to a game since COVID, and I usually go to a couple 1 to 4 games a year, and I haven't gone in about a year and a half, just with finances and COVID and whatnot, and the sad thing is that he tried getting tickets and he actually got ripped off. Like someone stole his money and then still tried to get additional tickets for me to go. I mean, like how many people would do that for me, on the channel? Maybe only a couple. So, I'll never be able to repay him for that. I can say all the thank yous in the world, but it was a real special moment. And my boy Dave, who I met up with at the Mariner game when I got the Aaron Judge ball last season, I said, let's go to a game together. And his birthday was the following day on that Sunday last weekend. So, and he hadn't been to a Duck game. He actually went to a University of Oregon, and he hadn't been to a Duck game in 10 years. And he used to go with his grandpa when he was a little kid. So it was a very, very special moment for me and him. Top of the third, 0-0. Mariners and Rangers. Pitch right in the zone for a strike. Runners at first and second. Mitch Garver in the box. Come on, baby. We got to find a way to get some hits. The magic number for the Mariners is going to be 5 runs and 7 to 10 hits. And I've said that since the beginning of the year. And if we can get that, then we're going to end up getting, a dub today. But if we don't, and it ends up being under 5, there is a strong possibility we'll lose because we're not very good in 1-run games like we were last year in Julio's rookie year. Yeah, I know you would. There's a few people that would, hook me up and take care of me, because like I said, I've gone through a lot of trials and tribulations. I've gone through a lot of heartache, a lot of pain, a lot of drama, a lot of tough times, and it's just nice. Tagged up. Get him at third. He's safe. So it's just kind of nice, because I always try to be able to think about others other than myself. And it's just always cool to be able to have, people that maybe start off as fans, then we turn into friends, and then we turn into fanatic family. And like I said, if you end up getting something special from me, as a gift, or if we do have a relationship outside of the channel, it is a special relationship because I'm not going to be close just to anybody, but I do have a pretty strong relationship with about 10 or 12 of y'all, and you know who you are. Top of the third, 0-0. Runners on the corners. Garcia in the box. Come on now. Got to find a way. Let's go, baby. Yeah, me too. And like I said, there's a lot of people, that go onto YouTube, and there's a lot of people, that donate, and there's a hell of a lot more that never donate, right? But if you can end up donating to any channel, it's the biggest form of love and respect and support that you can show. Got him. Damn it, Mike Ford. Because obviously you're supporting someone's dream. The unfortunate part about it is that a lot of people that do get donations, once they get to a certain point and they become famous or they get pretty big and established, is they start taking that shit for granted. And then they start getting to a point where they assume that's how it's supposed to be, and it's not supposed to be like that, just guaranteed. Donos are earned, but it also means a lot more when you end up actually having a relationship, with the host or the person, rather than just, I'm a donator at ABC123 and you're donating money to a guy or a girl and they really don't give a fuck about you. It's just like you're just another person that's donating to the channel. Ryan Wu with another K. Bang! But again, I think it's one of those things is like when you know that you see eye to eye and you have that empathy and sympathy and you're going to go out of your way, and like I said, I feel that I go out of my way to be able to take care of the people that support me the most on the channel than most hosts on YouTube or Twitch. I'm not saying that, YouTube and Twitch streamers are greedy, or don't give back, but not everyone gives back as much as they should or say thank yous or show that really genuine appreciation. Pitch is high, 1-0 count. Yeah. And like I said, once we get one person, then it turns into another and it snowballs, you know? And obviously anytime we can earn a first dono from someone, that's a great thing, you know? Especially when this is my full-time job and this is my income, my dream. Little blooper for Nathaniel Lowe. Is that fair? Wow, thank God. Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like the people that are going to donate the most, of course I'm going to be able to show that appreciation and that love, I'm going to do what, like what I would hope that someone would do for me, and whatnot. And of course, the chain was a very special thing. And you might have gotten one of the most unique gifts from me on the channel. But again, with all the support and all of, the donos and you just being reliable, I mean, you're worth it. You've earned it, and of course, I'm going to go out of my way and do something special for you. Top of the third, 0-0 to Low. Runners on the corners. Chop foul. Come on, Woo. Yeah, your birthday's coming up. Come on, Brian. We need you. Come on, Brian. Woo, woo, woo. Pitches outside, 2-2 count. I mean, you got people, waving their little terrible towels, standing up. It's electric there, baby. Let's go. Last 3 games of the season, possibly, for the Mariners. Let's go, Woo. Chop foul again. Nathaniel Lowe working the count. Yeah, you can always send me stuff on Twitter or Instagram, Matt. Or you can always post stuff inside the chat, whatever you like. Oh, wild pitch. Fuck. Ay, 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 he says. Hit him. Bases loaded. Golly. Right on the foot. Come on, Brian. Don't lose your control now. Let's go, baby. Now we're going to have Woodward come out there and have a little discussion. We got to calm him down. This is a critical point in the game right now. It's the top of the third. It's 0-0. Bases loaded. 2 outs. I mean, with one swing, we could be down 4-0 and the game's over. Or one good, solid swing and 2 runs come in, and who knows if we're going to be able to come back. So. Let's go. Pitch is low, 1-0 count to Josh Young. And we can't walk and just bring in a runner automatically because if that happens, the next batter is going to get an RBI. Let's go. You already know what it is. Got the bandana, got the hat, got the T-shirt, got the Julio jersey, sewn jersey on, the shorts, the socks, everything. 2-0 count. 7-0 Beavers. Beating up on Utah. Come on, Beavs. Let's go. Come on, Woo. 2-0 pitch to Josh Young with the bases loaded. Big swing and a miss. Let's go. Two one pitch. This is big. 2-1 pitch for Woo. Pitch is low. 3-1 count. Uh-oh. Oh, the Beavers tiptoeing in my Jordans. Touchdown, Beavers. Silas Bolden. Bang. 13-0 Beavs. I got a message, Marcos. Hell yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Depressed Mr. Matt in the building. What's good? 3-2 pitch. Top of the third. Bases loaded. This is the pitch of the game right now so far. This could determine a lot. Get out of the inning. You can do it, Woo. Popped up. Yes. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bases loaded. Woo! Hell yeah, Brian. Man, the game could have been over right there. Brian. Woo! Let's go. Hell yeah. I don't want the game to be over like that. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Okay. All right, see if I can get a few more photos up while we're waiting. I get a couple more for Megan. Squeeze those in during this commercial break. Try to hit you with a little bit of everything, a little Yanni, a little bit of everything. I'm going to have to try to get up there. Maybe I'll convince my boy Justin. I'll be like, you know what? Let's go to a Kraken game, and he's the only one that would go with me, so I think it would be something that, we're both, Duck fans, Mariner fans, Blazer fans, and I think it would be, something that we could do together, and maybe we'll try to get up there if the finances are good enough for us to do that. Appreciate you, Megan. See if I can squeeze in something for Sarah too here before the commercial comes back. Appreciate you guys. And then hopefully we'll get a few more goats coming in to show some love and support. All right, Ty France is up. All right, baby. Go, Ty France. There we go, Ty. Back, gone. Let's go. There we go. 14-0 Beavers on the Utes. 1-0 Mariners. Ty France. Let's go. Yes. Oh, baby. Nice job, Ty. Fuck yeah. We needed that after having the bases loaded. Woo. Let's go. Let's go. Hell yeah. Big. That was huge. Fuck yeah. Let's go. Bottom of the third, 1-0 Mariners. Yeah, and also Matt, I feel if we're if I'm doing a baseball stream and you're doing like football stuff, some people are not going to be interested in it. Some people will take a look, but others, it kind of depends on the stream that we're doing. If we're doing football, then maybe people that are going to take a look. But if we're doing baseball, they're probably not going to be looking at that. Just keeping it real. I always look at everything, but I can't speak for everyone else that's in the room. But if we're focused on baseball and the Mariners, for like wide receiver stuff and tight end stuff that's really dear to your heart and whatnot, some people are not going to be interested. But I mean, I'll look at it. I'm just keeping it real. You can't really expect people to engage in football terminology stuff when we're watching a baseball game. Bottom of the third, 1-0 Mariners. 14-0 Beavers over the Utah Utes. Love that. All right, Megan. Throw to first for Kelenic. One away. I'll be here. I'll still be grinding. It's okay, Jared. You'll get him next time up. Next up, second baseman, Josh Rojas. Let's go, Josh. I really like the addition of Rojas and Dominic Canzone from the Diamondbacks, even though I still miss Seawald a lot. All right, no problem. I'll be grinding it out tomorrow. So, bottom of the third, 1-0 Mariners. 1-0 pitch from Eovaldi. Rojas. Let's go, Rojas, baby. Let's go. Sports gods are like, oh, you like him? Yes, I do. Let's go. Let's go. I mean, if we keep playing like this, I'm going to do the Mariner game tomorrow over the Ducks. And that's huge for me because usually when the Ducks are on, that's probably my favorite team out of all the teams that I watch. Like I said, because I'm able to go to the games. But I mean, Mariners is right there too. But I mean, it's like we can stream the Ducks and Stanford, but I already know we're going to win. But I don't know if we're going to be able to win this game or any of the last two games after this. But if we keep playing like this, the Rangers and Mariner game is going to be a lot more important and more on the line. So if we end up winning this game, and so far so good, it's looking good, I think I'm going to do the Mariner game tomorrow. And I'll just watch the Duck game at the same time. But, sometimes you got to skip, a game where, maybe it's not, it's not going to be as close. It's not like Oregon USC or something like that. But, I mean, I didn't invest, doing like 100+ Mariner live streams this season just to like skip out on the last couple games. So. Let's go, baby. Moose power, baby. Moose power. You know it. 2-0, baby. And on Eovaldi, too. That's like not normal. Yeah, but for real, though. It's like, that's insane. JP Crawford is up next. Uh-oh, we walked him. Let's go. JP Crawford to first. Let's go. Uncle Mo. You feel it? Uncle Mo in the building. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Let's go. Bottom of the third, 2-0 Mariners. JP Crawford walked to first, and you know what it is. Julio Rodriguez. Guess what, baby? We need this. We need this, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Be electric, my boy. Be electric. Oh, he's not invincible, but I mean, he's a better pitcher than Wu. You know what I'm saying? Like this, if it was Eovaldi and Kirby, or Eovaldi and Castillo, Eovaldi, and Bryce Miller, that's one thing. Or even Eovaldi and Logan Gilbert. But we're going with like our 5, to one of their 1s or 2s. So I mean, it's, feels good to be able to, get some early on him. Julio with a strikeout. But sometimes you get those guys that you don't expect to be able to do something. And the same thing happened when we played the Astros. If you remember, it was like in the 7-hole and the 9-hole, which coincidentally, what we got tonight, Ty France and Rojas. Those are probably the two least likely guys to homer, at least at this point in the season. And sometimes it's those unlikely heroes that come up big. It's like, oh, it's going to be Julio or Teoscar or Gino or Cal. And then it ends up being guys lower in the lineup. At the bottom end, and sometimes those guys can be the heroes. Chop foul, but it's like Yanier Diaz and Martin Maldonado, all those guys at the kind of, at the bottom end of the lineup. Dubon, you don't expect those guys to go off. It's like Kyle Tucker, homer's fine. Yordan Alvarez, homer's fine. Jose Altuve, fine. But when it's those other guys at the very end and they hurt you, then that's what really makes you lose because you're not expecting it. And it really gets more momentum going. Like, of course, it would be cool to have like JP and Julio go back to back and like homer. But I feel that momentum grows more when you end up getting guys that are unexpectedly hitting homers or getting big RBIs. Then the guys that normally take care of business will take care of business later in the game, like JP, Julio, Cal, Gino, and Teoscar. Facts. Yeah, if you use Twitter X, I mean, I think that would be a good platform for you to use what you're trying to do, because you can do like a thread and whatnot. Oh, he missed it! He missed it! Yeah! Go! 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 Yeah! 3-0 Mariners! Let's go! Let's go! He timed this off. His body was going right. He went back with his left hand. We'll take it, baby. 3-0 Mariners. Fuck yeah. Let's go. We're winning this shit, baby. We're winning this shit. I mean, I'm not saying we're going to sweep the Rangers, but let's go. Yeah. I mean, if we can hang on to this victory, I am going to do the Mariner game over the Duck game, which is pretty crazy. I'll watch both, but I mean, if I can give a little bit of extra luck with the sports gods, by doing the games, and usually when I end up doing the games, especially the crucial ones, we'll typically win. So, I mean, besides that Astro game where they were being cheap against us with Nettis talking shit to fucking Julio, but other than that, I mean, pretty much all those games that I've done as of late, we've gotten the dubs. You just got to be able to manage your time with football and baseball. So let's go Mariners. Yeah, Julio getting hot early in the season probably isn't going to happen for a few more years. He's going to have to be able to learn how pitchers are going to pitch to him and be a little bit more patient in the box. Usually a baseball player doesn't get into their prime until year 5 through 9. If they play like 15 to 20 years, depending on how long they play. It's like the same thing with like the NBA. Usually you're pretty good early on, but you don't really know the league and know yourself and learn more skills until you get to about year 5 through 9. Popped up, and there it is. But we end up doing some damage. 3-0 Mariners, end of the third inning. Let's go. Hell yeah. Good shit. Good shit. Fuck yeah. $14-0 Beavers. I'm going to go get a drink real quick. Give me 1 sec. All right, I'm back. Oh, baby. Hell yeah. 3-0. Damn, I was not expecting that, but I'm so happy that we got that. All my Mariner buddies are messaging me right now, too. I was like, man, we'll take it. We'll take it. Beavers still in firm control, too. 14-0. Second down in goal, though. Is it for Utah? Yeah, Beavers are playing nice. What happened here? Did they end up getting like an interception or a sack lunch? Let me take a peek. Big sack lunch. Oh, yeah, baby. 12 noon. You know what time it is? Time for a Beaver sack lunch. Yum, 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 yum. Okay, Beavers. Nice job. All right, second and goal for Utah. Let's go. Let's go, Woo. Top of the fourth, 3-0 Mariners. And, you know, before we got into the last 3 series at the end of the year, we had swept by the Dodgers, and then we had Rangers, Astros, Rangers, where we're at right now. And in the beginning of the year, when we had 6 games against the Rangers early on, we were 1-5. So to be able to sweep the Rangers in the last 4 games, the probability of that happening is like 1%. But we won yesterday with the last batter with J.P. Crawford. Brian Wu is pitching like he's George Kirby or Miller or Castillo or Logan Gilbert on fire. So as long as we can, you know, keep the pitching up to par and our mid relievers don't lose it for us and our closers, and we can keep adding on some run support. The magic number is 5 runs, 7 to 10 hits. We do have a chance. You know, once we get this game, momentum is in our favor. And if we win tonight, I think the sweep is possible, or at least going 3 out of 4. So, but we got to get this one done. It's not over yet. Popped up. There we go. 1 away. Come on, baby. Tavares in the box. 3-0 Mariners in the top of the fourth. Wow, what a big stop for the Beavers. They didn't even give up anything. They were on the goal line, and they held Utah to nothing. Fucking A. Nice job, Beavs. O-Dub in the building. What's good? Pitch is low. 2-1 count. $22. 88 to go. Two-one pitch from Wu. Right on the corner for a strike. 2-2 count. .268 average, 14 homers, and 66 ribbies for Tavares in 2023. Let them know, Elliot. We got to get those up for every person that's in the room. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. You know, anything positive to help us out here on the channel. Little flip to first for Woo. One away. I mean, those little things like, even the likes, that it shit adds up in the algorithm, you know? I mean, especially with the amount of people that we have in the stream, there's no excuse to not have 20 or more on every stream. It should actually be double that. It should be like 30 or 40 or more on every stream, but, we have to work on that, I guess. Saucedo's coming in. I don't know if I like that. Oh, I hope Scott knows what he's doing. I don't really like Taylor Saucedo that much. This could be bad. Hopefully it ends up not being, detrimental to what's going on. All right, let's turn on the audio here for the Beavs and Utah. And a big part of the success is ukulele. Obviously Clemson transfer DJ. If they didn't have a quarterback like that, we're not probably talking about the Beavers, even though the Beavers were pretty good last season. But for them to actually get a solid QB, that definitely makes a big difference for their organization there. Yeah, a lot of them don't do college football or college football reactions, but that's the difference. I'm willing to grind. I mean, hell, I wouldn't mind doing baseball or basketball reactions, depending on if they would not block it. If I can follow the rules and the pattern and I know I can get results, but I really wouldn't do a reaction video for baseball until it was like a playoff. If it was like a playoff game and they had like a short 5 to 10 minute video that I could react to, then maybe I would do that. But doing a basketball reaction would probably be better than a baseball one. I guess it just depends on how much action is going on and how the highlight package is put together. But they're not going to be as exciting as NFL or college football ones typically. Beavers picking up their chainsaw that they got on the sideline. 14-0 Beavs. Let's go, baby. Yeah, Dame went to the Bucks. It's a great day. The Blazers actually ended up getting DeAndre Ayton. We got Scoot Henderson. That was a Dame replacement. Anthony Simons. We don't have Nurk anymore either, but we got Ayton. So that's obviously an upgrade there. And Shaden Sharp. So our team is young, but we're going to be fun. We might actually end up making the playoffs. Not really do anything, but the Blazers, will have a shot. And then for Dame, he already put in plenty of time, and good for him being able to ship him to a team where he actually could win a championship with Giannis. So if you're a poser Blazer fan or a casual fan or a hater or someone that pretends to be a Blazer fan or a pretend Dame fan, then you're going to get a lot of negative comments. But for us real fans, Rip City, we're rooting for him. So we're rooting for him to be able to get the ring. It's just like when we had Clyde Drexler and he left to go play with Hakeem. In Houston. They played college ball together, at the University of Houston. Then he ended up pairing up with Olajuwon, and he won a championship, and us Blazer fans were happy for him. There we go. Saucedo got the K. All right, Service. At least you know what you're doing. It's like, okay, if we were able to bring in some superstars to play with Dame, then he would have stayed. But when you keep promising year in and year out, and then nothing comes here, what are you going to do? At some point, he probably, I think most likely just wanted to retire a Blazer, and go down in history as the best trailblazer of all time, besides like Clyde Drexler, Bill Walton, and be in that same kind of category. Right. But, it's a business. And at some point or another, you're not going to want to pay the salary, and you're wanting to get a little younger, and, you want to be able to, do Dame right, as far as being a good community guy and everything that he did on the court, never got in trouble. He's a class act, and then he can always do his rap career afterwards if he wants to, and we'll go from there. And speaking of rap, we also got a Tupac killer, obviously, that got arrested. Obviously the main guy that they thought that supposedly shot Tupac got arrested today, 27 years too late. and whatnot. And the other guy that was involved already got killed in a gang shooting a few years after Pac died. So we'll see more information of that coming out and whatnot. But the funny thing is, with the rap game, based on what was said through this individual, he said that Diddy put out the hit. And obviously we already know what was going on with the East Coast and West Coast with Diddy and Biggie Smalls with Notorious B.I.G. and Tupac. But supposedly that's what was happening. It was like $1 million hit, to take him out and whatnot. And obviously when the car got shot, I think Suge Knight, I think he already kind of knew what was going on as well. But we'll see if we end up getting some real justice for Pac, because a lot of people think he's still alive to this day. And same thing with Biggie. There's always going to be people thinking that they're still alive and whatnot. But I mean, hell, they could be. But I think most people think that both of them are gone. So yeah, that wouldn't surprise me one bit though, because if you grew up, back in the '80s and '90s, the East Coast West Coast rivalry was fucking big. I mean, that shit was legit. Like. Yeah, but I follow a little bit of everything. I'm always into pop culture and whatever is going on, throughout the daily news, whatever it may be. So, all right, hold up here. I'm gonna switch. Let's go, baby. Yeah, Blazers will be fun. Like I said, I'll do. I'm not the biggest fan of the NBA because I grew up in the '80s and '90s and it was awesome back then. And to me now, players are soft. Load management. It's just not the same type of game. Like I feel like I would almost watch anything but the NBA or college hoops. But now, we're young. Dame's on the Bucks, so I'll put some effort out. I'll be doing a lot of Kraken games too, but I definitely want to do a lot of Blazer and Bucks games and obviously the good matchups. Like if we get like Warriors Celtics, I'll do that. Top of the fourth, nah. Bottom of the fourth, 3-0 Mariners. Yeah, I don't know. For me, I'm pretty selective on who I like. I'm a big E40 guy. I like West Coast rap. I like the old school guys too, with like Tupac and Biggie, Bone Thugs and Harmony, old school shit like that. I mean, my first 5 CDs growing up were Dr. Dre, The Chronic when I was fucking, 10? Then Doggy Style, Snoop Dogg when I was 12. Tupac's double album, All Eyes on Me, was my third. Biggie double album was my fourth. And then Bone Thugs and Harmony, The Eternal 1999 was my fifth. So, I'll like, Tech Nine, some of the underground stuff. I don't mind listening to like, stuff that's kind of current like Drake and other stuff that's out. I don't really like the mumble rap stuff, but I like a little bit of old and a little bit of new. It just kind of depends on who it is. But some of the mumble rap shit, I mean, they have good beats, but it's like as far as lyrics are concerned, I mean, they can't touch a lot of the stuff that was in the '80s, '90s, or early 2000s. And yeah, I'm a big Eminem guy. So obviously, if I'm going to listen to artists, I would probably say if I could listen to 3 people, it would probably be E40, Eminem, and then probably Drake. That's probably, but not like the new Drake. I like the old Drake and like the old Kanye. Like the new Kanye and the new Drake isn't as good as like when they were hungry before they really made it and they were coming out with bangers that really like touched your soul, like Graduation and all that. So, old Kanye, old Drake, that's what I like. And obviously E40 one might be my top though. Bone and NWA. There you go. Marcos Pineda in the building. What's good? Air Love in the building. What's good? How are you guys? Yeah, and obviously, if you're a fan of lyrics and wordplay, I mean, it doesn't get that much better than Eminem, Lil Wayne, Ludacris. It just depends on, I guess, your style and what you like. So, like Ludacris's wordplay is way underrated. He doesn't get as much love, as Eminem and Lil Wayne because they're more famous and whatnot. And then Ludacris went into movies, like Fast and Furious and all that. But if you go back and listen to some of Ludacris's old stuff or even stuff like in the middle, uber talented. And I'll always ride or die for Ludacris too, especially the old stuff. Luda. I mean, like I said, I love a good beat. Don't get me wrong. But I like lyrics too. Ty France in the box. Your Beavers are doing great, bro. Marcos 14-0 against Utah. Let's go, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like after that tough loss against Washington State, when I was coming back from Austin, I went to Boston's in Wilsonville and got the prime rib with my boy Dave. And we actually watched, pretty much a good chunk of that second half. And rough, because I really thought that you guys should have won that game. But, when you're playing a team like that on the road in Pullman, it's tough. But, you're getting a little bit of payback tonight against Utah. Bottom of the fourth, 3-0 Mariners, 14-0 Beavers. Let's go. 8 more likes. Hit that like button. Like, sub, donate, share, comment. Let me know that you're here. Anything that you can do to support the brand. It'll all add up. It means something. 1-2 pitch. Pitch is inside. 2-2 count to Ty France. Hope everyone is having a fantastic day. Love you guys, and I appreciate you guys very, very much. Flag on the play. Beavers getting loose. Touchdown, Beavers. But that one looks like it might be coming back. Man, Beavers are rolling. $22. Let's get to a hundo. 88 to go. Your boy wants a drink, fries, and a burger, not just a burger tonight. Let's go. Bottom of the fourth. Runners at first, second. Uvalde still on the mound. 2-2 pitch to Ty France. Throw back to second. Safe. Look at that toss. I'm telling you, DJ Ugalele. It's like the first time you guys have had like a stud quarterback in a minute since like Jonathan Smith. Touchdown is good. Let's go, Beavers. Hell yeah. Extra point is up, and it's good. 21-0 Beavs. Yeah, and anytime I think about the Beavs, I'm always going to root for you, Marcos, and Jake in Texas, because I know how much you guys love your Beavers. Awesome, man. Same thing with your boy Rick. I know you guys are probably watching it together right now. And who would have thought, not let alone winning this game, but beating Utah, who's actually a solid football team, 21-0. Congrats, bro. It hit him. There we go, Ty. Bases loaded, and we're one of the top 2 teams in baseball with the bases loaded with the Dodgers. Here we go. Time to get some more runs, baby. Let's go. Next up, left fielder, Jared Kelenic. Let's go. The electric, my boys. Time to open this game up. And again, I was considering doing the Duck game tomorrow against Stanford. I'll watch it, but we're going to do the Mariners. I mean, as long as we hang on to this game and we win, which it looks like we will, we'll be 2 games closer to the sweep. So let's go. But I'll be up early tomorrow morning, probably 6, 7 a.m. I'll watch game day like Marcos does, even when he's hungover. And I'll be watching USC Colorado at 9 a.m. And yeah, we'll be grinding it out. So we'll probably watch the Ducks in Stanford. I'll do the Mariner game again tomorrow. And then Sunday, obviously, we got a lot of reaction videos. And then I'll either do Bucks Saints in the morning or Bills and Dolphins. And then reaction videos in the afternoon. And then I'll decide if I end up doing Chiefs Jets or if we'll skip it. And if I try to pump out more reaction videos. So. Yes, if there's a link, yes, please send me the link and whatnot. Yeah, like I told you, I normally am not going to buy jerseys from other teams of players, but I will invest in a Dame white Bucks jersey before the season ends. And I'll throw it in my closet, and I already have a couple Dame jerseys in the closet already, sewn ones and whatnot. So, yeah, I'm rooting for him. And you know what? And it's kind of cool that he did go there because it gives me an incentive to do more games with Giannis and Dame together. So it's like I was planning on doing maybe a few, this season, but now I'm going to be doing a lot because like I said, that'll probably be the number 1 team I cover other than the Blazers this season, the Milwaukee Bucks, unless we get a great matchup like Celtics and Heat or Celtics and Warriors, then I'll obviously do that as well. But yeah, I'll definitely tune in for sure. It's on the social channels. Okay, cool. Yeah, if you want to send me a reminder or a link tomorrow, for sure, bro. You know it is. You know it is, baby. Let's go. 3-0 Mariners. Bottom of the fourth, bases loaded. 3-2 count to Eovaldi. The Beavers are up 21-0 on Utah. Bless this day. The sports gods love the Pacific Northwest. Let's go. 3-2 pitch. Ah, got him. Damn it, Kellenick. It's all right, Jared. Next time up. Next batter, second baseman that homered earlier today, Josh Rojas. And I like him a hell of a lot more than Jose Caballero. But when they did start Dylan Moore, Jose Caballero, right? I was kind of like, what are we doing? But it actually panned out for the most part against the Stros and then the Rangers. Let's go, Josh. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the subs up, the shares up, the donos up. Like I said, we just hit 20K. 4 more subs to get to 20,050. Let's go. Bottom of the fourth, 3-0 Seattle. Bases loaded for Rojas. Hopefully out of the 33 people, and I know not every single one of y'all in the room is sub, but hopefully we can get a couple of y'all to support and show some love. You know, I'm the only full-time Mariner streamer on YouTube, so, you know, there's a lot of others that have tried to kind of hop on now as it gets critical, but I've done like 80 to 100 games this season. That's probably 50 more than anyone else. Probably 60 more than anyone else. Good facts. Yeah, you know, they don't, the tube doesn't really show a whole lot of love. You know, it's unfortunate. You just have to assume that I'm streaming every day, which I am. You know, I don't take days off. I haven't had a day off in a couple months. There we go. Rojas with a nice RBI. 4-0 Mariners. Let's go. Fuck yeah. Electric, baby. Next up, J.P. Crawford. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I like it. Uvalde, your night is done, baby. Yeah, but pretty much I haven't had a day off in months, and I'm doing a stream every day, either Mariners or whatever football game is going on the college side of the NFL, and then I'm also pumping out reaction videos, every reaction video, throughout the year, on the NFL side, so 16, that's a lot. It takes about an hour to do each one, and then also 4 or 5 or 6 college, so roughly about 20 reaction videos a week on top of a stream every day. And some days we'll do multiple streams. We'll do maybe 2, as many as 3. So, your boy's grinding. Your boy's hustling. Show some love. Big facts. No one works harder. All right, let's go to the Beaver action here. A little audio. 21-0 Beavers. Let's go. Targeting review. Roughing the passer. Targeting. Oh, wow. Player disqualified for the Beavers. But, I mean, they're up 21-0. They're not going to lose this game. They're going to win. So they have to, take a guy getting fucking scooted and booted with the targeting call. They'll be fine. Utah's probably shitting themselves right now, though. We're like thinking to themselves, how the hell are we down 21-0? And the answer is the Beavers are fucking good. That's how you're down. Nice job, Rojas. You're the fucking man. Let's go. Let's go, mods. Sarah, Elliot, anyone else that's in the building. Let's go. Thank you, Jacob. I appreciate you. $2 holla. Every dollar counts. Bang, bang, bang. Boom, boom, boom. Bang, bang. $2 holla. Let me know what you want to see for photos, and I got you during the commercial break. Appreciate you very much. Every dollar counts. It doesn't matter if it's a dollar donation or 1,300. That's what we've been able to get. Our high is 1,300. The low is what, 99 cents? So every dollar matters. Bottom of the fourth, 4-0 Mariners. Bases loaded. And we got JP Crawford in the box, baby. Check swing. Love it, man. And I might be a Duck fan, but I'm making the Beavers, get a little bit of love. It's nice to be able to see them doing well. Let's go, JP. I mean, you got on. Let's go, Julio. I know what you did in that Astro series. All right, but today it's all JP, baby. Let's go. Let's go. 24. Let's go. Hey, you might be cheap, you say, but hey, some people never will donate. So, for someone that's willing to support my dreams and my goals, it means a lot. Some people think, well, if I just donate $1 or $2, it's not going to matter, and that's completely false. I mean, every dollar adds up. Oh, JP! Back, yeah! Grand salami, JP Crawford. Fuck yeah, let's go. Are you kidding me? That's what happens when you get on the thumb, baby. Let's go, JP Crawford. We're winning, baby. We're winning. We're sweeping. We're sweeping playoffs. Let's go. 8-0 Mariners. Hell yeah. I kept telling my Mariner buddies, I was like, listen, if I'm going to do the game, we're going to win. Let's go. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And that's a leadoff hitter. You know what I'm saying? When your leadoff hitter is getting solo jacks, 2-run home runs, 3-run home runs, on top of that, a grand salami. Are you fucking kidding me? I mean, how many other leadoff hitters can do that? I mean, we had Ichiro, but Ichiro's like singles hitter. He ain't going to get a home runs that often. JP is one of the best leadoff hitters in baseball. This is amazing. Let's go. Grab the rye bread and salami, baby, and mustard. My, oh my. Let's go. Well, it's all about momentum. It's all about momentum. So, like I said, they didn't think we were going to win yesterday. We did. JP was the hero. And then you have Uncle Mo and that Uncle momentum. Boom. Now we got this. One swing, 4 runs. We're good. And then, like I said, we got tomorrow and we got, Sunday. So we just got to keep that momentum going. Let's go. And that's kind of like a hater statement, Dan. Save some runs for later. Why? We can keep it moving. The more, the merrier. It's not like if we get fucking 12 runs, we're going to get 0 tomorrow. The more, the better. Unless you're a Rangers fan. I mean, especially getting swept by the Dodgers and getting roughed up by the Rangers, getting roughed up by the Stros. We need this. Confidence. Let's go, Gino. I mean, shit, at this point, let's get to fucking 10. Keep it moving. Next up, Eugenio Suarez. Let's go, Gino. Popped up. Is it going to go foul? Yes, it is. Yeah, so, I mean, what difference does it make if we end up getting 14 runs or if we end up getting 8 or if we end up getting 2? The bottom line is if we win today, that's all we need. We need wins. And obviously getting more runs is going to carry over to the next game. It's not like we're going to get 14 runs a day and we're going to get 0 in the next 2 games. That's not going to happen. We're going to feed off that emotion and that effort. But we don't really deserve to be in the playoffs. I'll be honest. I'm a Mariner fan, and I've been watching Seattle since '85. We have not been good in September. We don't deserve to get in. The Blue Jays deserve it. The Rangers deserve it. The Rays deserve it. The Orioles deserve it. Everyone deserves it besides us. We haven't played well, but if we can find a way to come up with a miracle sweep at the end, then we will deserve to get in. And it's not like the Mariners are going to win the World Series this year or even get to the ALCS. Like, I would hope that if we get in, it would be awesome to be able to see Orioles, Mariners, ALCS, and then obviously Braves, Dodgers, NLCS. But you never know about the Phillies and the Brewers and if they might knock off the Dodgers or give the Braves a run for their money. And in the American League, you got like, 6 or 7 teams that legit could represent. It could be the Rays, it could be the Orioles, it could be the Blue Jays, it could be the Rays, it could be Astros, Rangers, Mariners, pretty much anyone besides the Twins, Let's go. Let's go, baby. Fuck yeah. Let's go. Unbelievable. Love it. Fucking JP, baby. Sports gods. They know. They know. They're like, you know what? Like, these guys have suffered enough. It's time to open it up. Beavers up 21-0 on Utah. I love it. Lots of good college football games tomorrow, too. I'll be up early. Haters always love to hate, man. Let's go. Jealousy, and envy. It's, like I said, you think I just got to fucking 20,000 subs overnight? You know what I mean? Like, this is a fucking grind. Simeon with a nice base hit. I mean, like I said, as long as they make the most out of the one comment they're going to get, because that's really where it comes down to. Marcus Simeon, solid player. Yeah, it's a good question because there's a lot of people that watch, and it's not just, people on YouTube. I mean, there's people that are famous and people that are on networks, and they have their social media teams and themselves with their burner accounts and whatnot, You never know who's watching. You're never going to have like that famous person show who they really are, They're always going to have that burner account or, they're watching in silence, not going to comment, Trying to steal see what kind of catchphrases and what kind of original content that they can steal for their show. Top of the fifth, 8-0 Mariners. I mean, I do like the number 24, King Griffey Jr., but let's get it up there, baby. Corey Seager in the box. I like him as well. There's actually quite a few players, not a bunch, you know what I mean? Obviously, the Astros roster is a little bit better, but Simeon and Seager are nice. Garcia, too. I got a lot of money on the payroll for Texas. Seager? Foul, thank God. Yeah. That's just the thing for me. It's like, if EA Sports and Madden are going to steal my shit and put it in their video game, put it on the screen, sack lunch, and put the audio in there, and not give me credit. And then you get like Peter Schrager and all these other people, like, on other shows, Pat McAfee show and Good Morning Football and all these other shows that are on there. At least you can, give some recognition. But of course, no one wants to give recognition when they're already famous, that they can't come up with their own material. They have to steal it from someone else and act like they made it up. They made it original. So, but it's all good. I guess it's the biggest form of flattery, right? When they're stealing your shit. But again, I feel as far as like original content is concerned, you're going to get the most original content on YouTube. As far as like if you look at the top maybe 5 or 6 YouTubers that do sports, a lot of us are very, very original, creative, and we don't copy each other. At least I know I don't, and maybe some of the others do. But I'm always just trying to come up with my own personality and my own kind of style, with how I do it. So I don't watch other channels to see what they're doing. I don't have any time to do that. I mean, I do all my own research and film study, and I'm grinding all the time. I don't have time to watch other people. So. But I will admit that even though I'm not happy with Schrags, I do watch Good Morning Football. I decided to cave because I need to get my NFL information. So it's pretty much Pat McAfee show and Good Morning Football. That's all I watch. I don't watch any other shows besides those 2 in the morning. So, and then whatever I do here. So, and I'm not really a big fan of the new cast of the Good Morning Football, with McCourty and whatnot. But I mean, it's okay, but it's not the same without Kay and Nate, with Schrager and obviously Kyle Brandt. But it's all right. It's like the show and chemistry they had with the original cast was 10 out of 10 because each person brought something different. But now, I would say it's like a 7, a 6. Like at times it's okay, but it's like I don't know. It just seems like it's a little forced. McCourty tries too hard to be kind of like Nate. You know what I mean? And then the main host, is she's okay. Jamie, she's all right and whatnot. I mean, obviously, if it was me, and obviously I know how busy she is, I would put Colleen Wolfe as the host. If you really want to get people to watch, that's where you would go. But then she's already doing other shows on NFL Network and pre-show, post-show, and doing all that other stuff there. But to me, Colleen Wolfe is the most talented female that's in the business, period. Like if I could end up breaking through on a network and being a guest on some other show or having my own show and then being able to pair up, if I could choose one person to do a show with out of anyone on planet Earth, Colleen Wolfe would be my number one choice. She would be my number one pick, because not only is she beautiful, she actually has style and she knows sports. And, she keeps it real. She might be fly, Eagles fly, but I mean, but she's not like Kay, where she's a Bears fan and then a Saints supporter and a hater of everyone else. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I get the feeling with Colleen Wolfe, she's more genuine, and Kay Adams is more fugazi and fake. You kind of get that feeling with certain people on TV where it's kind of like staged and scripted, and they don't come across as really genuine people. Now, is Kay Adams pretty and hot? Of course, she's hot. You know what I mean? She's got her own Up and Adams thing that's going, but how many people actually go out of their way to watch Up and Adams? Honestly, not very many compared to when she was on Good Morning Football. So that's just my 2 cents. But with all that being said, with Jamie and McCourty, they're all right, but again, when you end up losing Kay and Nate, it's hard to replace that. I mean, they tried their best to be able to find who they could get. So. Yeah, I knew that you weren't a Mariner fan. You can't come in here talking shit like that and act like I don't know, bro. I mean, I'm not a fucking stupid motherfucker. I know these things. But the thing is, you might want to hate on us, but most Mariner fans, including myself, we root for the Blue Jays and the Orioles because it reminds us of us. Teams that are up and coming. That they're not the Astros, or a Yankees type of team, and it's always new and a nice kind of feeling to be able to have that new kid on the block. And the Blue Jays and the Mariners are that, but the Orioles this season are doing what we did, Blue Jays and Mariners last year, but they're even better. And maybe the Orioles can actually make it to the World Series. That would be my number one choice if it can't be the Mariners. So I can always tell by what people type, typically how old they are and who they root for. That chat etiquette. Pitch is high, 2-2 count. 21-0 Beavers. Nice job, Oregon State. Top of the 5th, 8-0 Mariners. And with Brian Wu pitching too. Thornton got him. There we go. Hell yeah. See, this is me before when Dan was talking about the Mariners, right? And I was like, I know he's not a Mariner fan. And then after he admits that he's not a Mariner fan, I knew it. I can tell, man. Mariner fans don't talk like that. So I can already tell. Either you're a fan of another team or you're a hater. Hater, 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 hater. Who knows a hater? Hater over here, hater over there. The haters, haters, haters. They're everywhere. True that. True that too. You know what I mean? Like small market. I always root for underdogs all the time. You know what I mean? I feel that, we're slept on here too, and eventually, like I said, if we could just get the proper eyeballs on the channel that are watching some of the bigger channels that are at, 50K, 100K, 200K, 300K, and they just took an opportunity to watch the show one time, I guarantee a good chunk of those people that follow those other streamers would sub or follow us also. They're not going to give up on their main person that they really, really enjoy and like, you know what I mean? But I know that we would get a good, percentage of those fans that would be a fan of this channel as well, not just because of me, but the people that are in the room. Big facts. And considering everything that we do on the channel, baseball, basketball, football, hockey, wrestling, and really giving you stats and analytics on a whole nother level. Big fact. Yeah, but I'm excited, man. And then when I end up doing some more of the Bucks games, hopefully you'll come through and you'll watch them with me, Air Love, unless you have to work. It'll be a lot of fun for us to be able to be on the same side and being able to root them on. You can root for Giannis, and I'm going to be. I've always enjoyed watching Giannis, but now with Dame and Giannis, and and Middleton still being there as well, it's going to be a lot of fun. It gives me a reason to actually start. Because for a while I was like, I fucking hate the NBA and I'm not really into college hoops unless it's March Madness. But now, with the moves that have been made and where the Blazers look now, and obviously with what happened with Dame in Milwaukee, it's gonna kind of give me a little bit of resurgence of maybe like not loving the NBA again, but maybe like liking it, a little bit more than I did. So, all right, Jacob, take it easy, brother. All right, come on, Cal. Yeah. Plus, us Pacific Northwest fans are built different. We're just as passionate as people that watch, high school football in Texas or college football fans in the SEC, or if you're a football fan somewhere else in the country. The thing that really separates us in the Pacific Northwest is that we root no matter what. Even if our team is dog shit, you're still going to see the passion and the energy, for Blazer fans, Mariner fans, Duck fans, Beaver fans, Seahawk fans. Like, we may not be the greatest, but you'll know you're going to hear us, and we don't back down from our teams, and we don't get into this mode where like fuck it, and we quit watching. Like, maybe some people do that aren't like fair weather, but a lot of us are very, very passionate, and we're going to support through and through, regardless if we're good, bad, or ugly. Big facts. Let's go, Cal. No Cam Rising for Utah equals a dub. Nope, an L. They need Cameron Rising to come back like ASAP. Now, if he was playing, they would be right in the mix, in the thick of things with USC, Washington, and Oregon. Big swing and a miss, struck him out. Next up, right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. Got a couple more subs tonight. Thank you. Got two more from the people in the room. I appreciate you. 952 to 21,000. And we're getting closer and closer to the 4 million view mark, which is pretty amazing. I've gone through a lot of trials and tribulations, so. I agree. The momentum was starting to shift a little bit. I think that you guys still would have lost, but then you guys might have only lost by like 7, or maybe something like 10, instead of what it was. It would have been a little bit closer with that momentum. Because if you would have, scored, like, forced the field goal, scored, maybe onside or a stop, and then scored again. I mean, I don't think that there was any chance that you were going to win, at that point, but it could have been a little bit more interesting if that didn't happen. I agree. Let's go, T. Oscar. Yeah, and good luck to your Brewers. This year, I actually think that the Phillies and Brewers actually have a legitimate shot to knock someone off this year, like the Phillies did last year. But I don't think it'll be the Braves. It'll be whoever matches up with the Dodgers. And depending how the Dodgers pitch and hit, like they should be favored. But if there's a team between the Braves and Dodgers that might lose to like the Brewers or the Phillies, I think it would be the Dodgers, not the Braves. But you never know. Like I said, we assumed that it was going to be Braves Dodgers last year, and then the Phillies came out of nowhere. But the Brewers and the Phillies, when they're hot, they're just as good as the other teams in the National League. They're just not as popular. And Philly's already demonstrated that they can, go above and beyond. They did last year. They didn't win it, but still, right? But I think like the as far as the playoffs are concerned, we'll see if the Astros what happens with them. But they're probably the only team, like I mentioned before, that could probably win 3 to 4 games against Atlanta if it ends up being Astros and Braves. Every other team that ends up going would probably only win 1 or 2. Maybe the only other team that I think that could maybe win 3 is maybe the Orioles. But then everything would have to go right and they would have to overachieve. But I would assume with the Blue Jays, Mariners, the Rays, the Rangers, even the Orioles probably like 2 games, and then the Atlanta would probably win 4. But with the Astros, if they can get there, they could actually win 3 and maybe even win it all. They're probably the only team in the American League with their experience that could actually knock off the Braves in the World Series. Just with Verlander, Altuve, Yordan Alvarez, Al Tucker, and all the other pieces they have. Dusty Baker managing, been there, done that. I'm not saying that the Rangers and the Rays and the Orioles, can't overachieve and win it all, but it would take a lot for them to do that. So Mike Ford popped up. That's why baseball playoffs are so interesting. You can be good all year in the regular season, like, oh, Dodgers, Braves, Dodgers, Braves, and then all of a sudden, here comes the Brewers and Phillies. Oh, we're gonna smoke them. They got nothing. We're gonna take them out. And then all of a sudden, you're down 1 game to them, and all of a sudden, you're down 2 games, and you're like, what the hell's going on here? And then all of a sudden, you're looking up, and then you're eliminated. So, I definitely think there is a chance there. Now, if like as far as like, the Cubs and the Marlins, they're kind of trying to fight for position too, right? As far as a couple days ago, they're not good enough to beat anybody, but the Brewers and Phillies definitely are. Mike Ford strikes out. Let's go back to the action here with the football. All right, see, Utah's got Cal, USC, Oregon, Arizona State, and Washington. They better get Cameron Rising back sooner than later. Yeah, that's true. That is true. I love underdogs. It makes sports like just so much more enjoyable. My dad had been a Dodger fan since the 50s, but I know better to think. I mean, if you watch baseball at all this year, you know that they're not the best team in the National League and they haven't been all year. And they can still get you 90 to 100 wins almost every year. But there's a huge difference between the Atlanta Braves and the Dodgers this season. Now if it was a couple of years ago when the Dodgers had that 3-year run where it looked like they were going to win the championship every year, or they could, then that team was built different. But this Dodger team's got a lot of holes in the lineup, and their pitching isn't as good as it was a few years ago. That's big facts. Shadur Sanders, 11 passing TDs. Bo Nix, 11 passing TDs. Michael Penix Jr. with 16. Caleb Williams with 15, baby. Pac-12. Finally, we're good. And then what happens? They can't get the deal done, and now we're not going to have a Pac-12 ever again. It's kind of, almost fitting. It's like finally we get like 8 teams in the top 25, as far as a couple weeks ago. And then, now we're not even going to have a Pac-12. It just stinks. Wish that didn't happen. But again, at least we got to get to the Big Ten with UCLA, USC, Washington, and Oregon. They picked the right 4 teams. I mean, the only other team I would have considered is maybe Utah over UCLA, but Chip, and obviously UCLA will be good at other things besides just football, basketball. They'll probably be a little competitive too. So All right, top of the 6, 8-0 Mariners. I didn't know if a sweep would be even possible. And JP Crawford had to be that guy to have that game-winning hit last night. Our season was almost over yesterday. Now he came out with a lot of fire and determination. JP hot again with the grand salami. Grab the rye bread and mustard, baby. And now we just have to get the next one. And then if we can get the win tomorrow, I definitely think that there is a chance to sweep. So, Utah's about to score. Touchdown, Utes. Utah finally gets on the board. Thomas Yasmin with the tutty. 21-6 Beavers with 5 minutes left in the fourth. Yeah, Washington State and Oregon State will not get the invite from the Big Ten because they're not good enough, as far as like all the other sports besides football. I would love for them to get invited, but it ain't happening. They're only going to be able to go to the ACC or the MAC, and more than likely it'll be the MAC because I don't even think the ACC wants them. So, but again, they don't care about the kids and, and the travel and whatnot. They care about money, unfortunately. But, it just ruins the Oregon State rivalry for the Civil War and the Washington State Apple Cup Civil War rivalry as well. So. But the only other opportunities are going to be the ACC, the MAC, or like the Big 12, and the Big 12 doesn't want Washington State, Oregon State. ACC doesn't want them, So it has to be the MAC. I mean, you're a Pac-2 now, so. One away. Five more. 5 more to 20. Let's get it. Takes 1 second to do. 1-0 pitch. Popped up by Josh Young. Yeah. Maybe that's something that we should have had you do from the very beginning of the year or even last year, Elliot. But yeah, if you can help on that whenever you're in the room, that'll be one less thing that Sarah has to comment on and whatnot. And like I said, just getting more support from the mods coming in on a regular basis. Otherwise, I'm going to have to cut back and reevaluate because there's no point of having like 8, 9, 10 mods if we only have like 4 or 5 that are coming on a regular basis or less than that. So. 1-2 pitch. Pitch is high and inside. 2-2 count. Pitch is low. 3-2 count from Thornton. Come on, Thornton. Right to Gino. There we go. 2 away. Good stuff. Top of the 6, 8-0 Mariners. 21-7 Beavers. Makes you kind of wonder though if Cameron Rising was playing this season, what would the Utah record be? Their backups typically were pretty good, but for whatever reason, they're starting to hit the wall. And they're on the road in Corvallis, so. 0-1 pitch to Jonah. Outside, 1-1 count. Yeah, I think the Mountain West is the only conference that makes sense for both of those schools. But I mean, if it was me, it would have been awesome to be able to add them, to the Big Ten. But then there would be too many teams. You got to be able to look. It's either going to be 12, 14, 16. They have to be able to keep it at that certain number, based off the balance in the conference and whatnot. But if you ended up bringing Washington State and Oregon State into the Big Ten, then we can keep the Washington State rivalry and the Oregon State rivalry. That's what I would want, but they don't have enough money coming in from the sports from those two schools, you know. All right, let's go back to the football action here. I'll go check up on my Paisley pup here in a second. All right, let me go check up on Paisley here real quick. Give me 1 sec. Well, screen pass for the Beavs. Less than 5 minutes to go. I'm going to message Marcos here real quick. Two more subs to 2050. (2020) top national high school quarterback recruits: Bryce Young 1, DJ Ugalele number 2, CJ Stroud number 3. Damn, Houston 1-2-1. That's not good for us. So, like, what's the scenario for the Mariners actually to be able to make the wild card? Because obviously Tampa is in, and the Blue Jays are going to be in. So it's going to come down to either Houston or Seattle. So it's like, what we need to win. We need to win tonight, which we will, and then we need to win both games, and then we got to pray that Houston loses. Wow. 2-1 Diamondbacks. Damn it, we needed that. I mean, there's a chance even if we do sweep, we still don't get into the playoffs. Let's go, Kellenick. Big swing and a miss. 0-2 count to Jared Kellenick. Let's go, baby. Pitch is low. 1-2 count. Third down and 5. Oregon State up 21-7. Utah on the 25-yard line. Kellenick, damn it. Next up, second baseman Josh Rojas. My boy. Much better than Jose Caballero, I'll tell you that. 4 more likes to get to 20. It's all good. So I was noticing as I was looking at some of the live streams, and I don't know what it looks like on your guys' end, when you guys end up watching my streams, but when I click on like a live stream from like a previous day, the chat is not available. Is it like that for you guys as well? Because normally the chat would be an option where you could just click on it and then you can see the donos and the conversations in the chat. But when I click on the videos now, there's like it's not there. I don't know if it's because I have YouTube Premium or what's going on with that, but I'm like looking for like, the comments and everything through some of the live streams and it's not there anymore. Is it there for you guys when you click on my videos? Like if you click on a live stream from yesterday, can you see like the chat? I don't know. It's like when I click on the other ones, it just gives me like the thumbs up, share, remix, download, thanks for a dono. I can clip it and save it, but it doesn't give me the option to actually look at the chat. And that's something that just started happening. I don't know if it's because I have, you know, the YouTube premium or it's because it's my channel and whatnot, but yeah, it's weird. I don't know why it does that. Just another thing. Get them, Beavers. Incomplete. Yeah, I know sometimes when it's like, when it gets flagged, for certain types of content, and whatnot. Let me see. Like, based off like the ads and stuff, let me see here. Like for as far as like the visibility, ad suitability, like depending on what's being talked about. Sometimes like some of the videos will be like orange, and others will be like green for like the monetization. But as far as like the chat part, though, I don't understand why that portion kind of disappeared. But 21-7 Beavers. Oh, it's 12 noon. You know what time it is? Time for a Beaver sack lunch. Yum, 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 yum. Nice. All right. Take it easy, brother. Take care, Matt. Have a good one, brother. See you tomorrow. All right, Isaiah Campbell coming in. Top of the 780 Mariners. That's crazy. It's so hot over here. It's pretty cool. Typically in the 60s or the 70s. Less than 2:30 to go in the Beavers and Utah Utes. 21-7 Beavers in Corvallis. Love it. I know my boy. I should message my boy Jake too. Check swing. Did he go? Got him. Burr, 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 burr. Utes getting a little chippy there with the Beavers. Martinez, he's a stud at running back. I like him. Dennis Erickson, he was a great coach for the Beavers, 99 to 2002. Good memories with him there. Paisley's wanting to walk. It's okay. Dad will be done in pretty soon. A couple more innings. Top of the seventh. 8-0 Mariners. And the Beavers just ended up winning. 21-7 Beavers. Nice. I saw that. I watched the whole game, bro. Nice win, dude. 21-7. I mean, obviously, if they had Cameron Rising, maybe it would have went a little bit differently. I still think that you guys would have had a really good chance to win at home, but nice fucking win, bro. Marcos Pineda, the only friend in Oregon that actually watches all my stuff and shares my stuff on a regular basis. No one else does. So I'll never forget that, and I appreciate you very, very much, man. Marcos, where are you watching the game at with Rick? Are you at your house? Are you at the bar? Where are you watching the game at? Are you out there in Woodburn? You guys are you at the Denny's? Are you at the bar? Where are you watching the game at? Are you going? Are you what do you got going on? I know you've been working nights and whatnot. Top of the seventh, 8-0 Mariners. Chop foul. Rick's place going to Ringo's. Ringo's where? In Beaverton? Or do they have a Ringo's out where you guys live? Over by the Beaverton Mall, the new location? Oh, nice. Shit, one of these days, when you guys are hanging out when I'm not busy, you should swoop me. I'll come with you guys one of these times. It'd be cool to be able to catch up with the two of you. But I'm always grinding and hustling and whatnot, so gotta grind. But one of these days we'll have to figure something out for sure. Top of the seventh, 8-0 Seattle. Runner at first, 2 outs, 2-2 count. Isaiah Campbell on the mound. Kellenick. There we go. Let's go to the bottom of the seventh. Nice job, Isaiah Campbell. Nice job. Next up for the Mariners. Next up, 1 for 2 with a 2-run, 4 RBI, base on ball, shortstop with the grand salami, J.P. Crawford. Batting second, 0 for 3 with 2 Ks, center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Go at least 1 for 4, my guy. And batting third, 1 for 3 with an RBI and a K, third baseman, Eugenio Suarez. So, Gino? Yeah, I hope so too. But even if that happens, I don't know. We might still not make the playoffs. I mean, if the Astros, keep winning, we might just, even if we sweep them, we might end up being like a half game short. So it looks like, based on what I'm looking at with the wild card, it's not looking too good. So it's like Tampa Bay is in with 97 wins. Then you get Toronto with 89. They're probably going to be in. And then you got Seattle at 86 wins and Houston at 88. So we're already 1.5. I mean, and obviously based on what they did tonight, I don't know if the Astros win has been added on already. But if we win, we're going to be 0.5 back. And then we got to have the Astros lose 2 games, and we got to win the last 2. I don't know how realistic that is. But we could end up sweeping the Rangers and still missing it by like 0.5. Yeah, but let's try to get together, Marcos. It's been too long, man. Pitch is outside. 1-0 count. Yeah, but I mean, just based on how the games are lining up, unless the Diamondbacks can end up doing something, but it's like we put ourselves in this position by getting swept by the Dodgers and then having this Rangers, Astros, Rangers. Like, we needed to find a way to be able to get more wins, and really getting to that 90 win mark was really essential. And if you can't get to 90 wins, maybe you're not going to get in, and just rough when you have 3 teams just like bottlenecked with each other. So, but at least we're going down swinging, regardless if we make it or not. So, popped up foul. So what should we do? I mean, so I can do the Mariner game tomorrow or the Ducks. I guess I can make that decision tomorrow. If I want to, go either way. A Mariner game will have more on the line, but I'll have to make a decision what I want to do tomorrow, if I want to do the Mariner game or if I just want to do the Ducks. And then Sunday, do we do Saints and Bucks in the morning? Do we do, Bills and Dolphins? Or do we not do any of those and we just watch them? And then we do Sunday night football? Or do I just do reaction videos all day? That'll be something that we have to figure out what we're going to do. So, bottom of the 7th, 8-0 Mariners. Struck him out. That should have been a walk there. Little Big Mike, 2000. What'd he do? Mark in the building. What's good? Yeah, R.I.P. to Brooks Robinson, a fucking legend. And maybe the Orioles can make the World Series in honor of him. Sometimes that, you have like kind of crazy coincidences that end up happening. And Orioles are nice. And like I said, if I could have one team in the American League make it, that's not the Mariners, my team, it would be the Baltimore Orioles. The team that has the best shot to actually do damage, the Houston Astros. That would be the only team that probably could win the World Series from the American League with their experience. But I think Orioles and Braves would be the most entertaining. Besides, obviously, the Astros and Braves. Because you're going to either get people rooting for the Braves or rooting against them, rooting for the Astros or rooting for against them. Kind of like the Dallas Cowboys are kind of like the Houston Astros. You're either rooting for them or you're rooting against them. 0-2 pitch to Julio. Chopper, right back to the pitcher. Julio with an 0 for 4 day. 2 away. great, obviously not just Brooks Robinson, but obviously with the Cal Ripken and Billy Ripken, all the different, eras that you're going through. And then, when they got Adam Jones from us and, all the players that they've had, in their history, Rafael Palmeiro and, Anderson. I mean, they've had some nice pieces, but this is like the best team they've had in a long fucking time. And I think it's like the start of something that could, be something, kind of like the Mariners and Blue Jays. Like we're here now. I think like this is the first year in like a 4-year run where the Orioles are going to do very, very well. End of the 7th inning. Let's go to the top of the 8th. I mean, this game's already been over for like 4 or 5 innings, but again, you got to be able to get through everything here. All right, see who the Rangers have up next. All right, next up in the top of the 8th, leading off 0 for 3 with a K. DHing for Texas, Mitch Crawford. And then they're going to take out Garcia and put in Janikowski. No Garcia, and then batting third, 0 for 2 with a K, first baseman Nathaniel Lowe. What's good, brother? JP Crawford coming up in the clutch last night was amazing. I did the Lions and the Packers, live stream, and then ended up doing the reaction video, took Paisley on a walk, and then I got to check the end of the bottom of the ninth, and I got to watch JP live when that happened. Pretty sweet. Oh, I bet. Yeah. Hey, you know what? That was one of the biggest plays all year. So if you ended up getting loud and screamed and yelled and acted a fool, good for you, because I would have done the same exact thing. You know what I'm saying? There's been times where I'll be watching maybe UFC, and I'm at a bar or something and it's all quiet and it's not even on, the TVs. Like I'm watching it on my phone, and then there's like a big ass knockout and stuff. Yeah, I mean, sports is about emotion. You know what I mean? How are you doing, Sour? What's good? I mean, the sad thing is that even if we win tomorrow and on Sunday, even if the Astros, I mean, they got the Diamondbacks, but even if we sweep the Rangers, we might not make the playoffs. I mean, we have to hope that the Astros lose the next 2 games and we sweep and we win, and then I think we get in. But I think if the Astros win 1 out of the last 2, even if we sweep, I think they get in and we don't. So it's like we need them to. I mean, they'll break it down and whatnot. But again, we didn't play very good at the beginning of the year. We were awesome in July and August, and we're terrible in September. And this is really what's going to cost us the playoffs. So. Yeah, they had the Stros number this year, but the Rangers had our number this year, and that hurt. And then getting swept by the Dodgers, and then obviously losing our composure with the Nettis Julio situation. If we could have went 2 out of 3 against the Stros, right before this series, and then ended up sweeping here, then probably we get in. But it's like it shouldn't have to come down to that, but that's what it shows you when you have 3 teams that are bottlenecked all within a win or 2 of each other. It's the closest, rivalry as far as those 3 teams, Astros, Rangers, Mariners in baseball. All the other divisions don't have 3 teams that are neck and neck like this. It's only us. So, and it's probably going to be the first of many, many years where we're all going to be fighting Astros, Rangers, and Mariners for many years to come. So just bring Shohei Ohtani to the Mariners. You feel me? Yeah, I'm enjoying it too. It is what it is. Like, in all honesty, it'd be cool if they just have it based off record. Like Minnesota Twins don't. I mean, they won their division. It's either going to be them or the Guardians, but they're definitely the worst team in the American League. Like, I feel if it came down to either the Twins winning that division in the Central or having three teams in the West, like I think Mariners are more deserving than Twins. But until they change the format, then we're just going to be that odd team out more than likely. Yeah, I know it sucks because we're better than the fucking Twins. And normally we're better than the Guardians as well. But until they change it where it's record instead of divisional winners, then there's nothing we can do. But we still rap all day, every day, regardless of good, win, lose, or draw. You feel me? We just got to keep going. And then hopefully next year will be better. Top of the eighth, 8-0 Mariners, which is inside 3-0 count. Chopper towards first, foul. Bazaldo on the mound. Let's go. Finish this game off. I mean, obviously the energy in the building is, we're happy, but obviously, it's not nerve wracking where it's like, a 4-3 kind of game and everyone's tense. Like, we know this game is over, but still, it's like we want to finish strong. So 24. Let's get to a hundo. We need more goats. Takes a strike. Runners at first and second, 0 for 2, Nathaniel Lowe. Oh, 1 pitch. Big swing and a miss, 0-2 count. Yeah. Sometimes he makes good decisions. Sometimes he makes bonehead decisions. But the sad thing is if we got rid of Dipoto and Scott Service, we probably would get pieces that were worse. I mean, how many really good managers are there in baseball? One-two pitch to Low. Ripped foul. Still 1-2 count. Big swing and a miss. Got him. There we go. All right, one away. I mean, we can end up getting the shutout. That would be great. But I mean, if we end up giving up a run or two, I guess so be it. But Chop foul. Yeah. Josh Young in the box, 1 for 3 with a single in the second. Oh, 2 pitch. Pitch is low, 1-2 count. Young, 270 average, 23 homers, and 70 ribbies in 2023. There we go. Nice K. 2 away. Bazardo. Pitch to Hedges, takes the strike. Runners at first and second, 2 outs, top of the eighth. 8-0 Mariners. Favorite Astro players growing up? Are you a Triple B guy? Biggio, Bagwell, and Berkman? I mean, are you Nolan Ryan? How far back we going? Got him. There we go. All right, let's go to the bottom of the eighth. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know how often you've been on the channel or whatnot, but I was blessed enough to meet Ken Griffey Jr. when I was 7, changed my life forever. And if I wasn't, if I didn't have that opportunity to meet Ken Griffey Jr. when I was 7, and get the auto and meet Ken Griffey Sr. as well. And then 3 years later, meeting my dad's hero, Sandy Koufax, Dodger legend. My dad's been a Dodger fan since the 50s. I probably wouldn't have this channel today. So, pretty sweet being able to meet the greatest left-handed pure hitter ever and the greatest left-handed pitcher ever in a span of 3 years. So, here we are. Big facts. What year did you start becoming an Astro fan? Do you remember what year it was? Yeah, I mean, I might look young and whatnot, but like I said, I've been following the Mariners since like 85, so even though I look young. Yeah, but it feels good, to be able to, meet 2 legends like that. And even to this day, 30, 35, years later, still it holds up. As special as it was, when it happened, when I was 7 and 10, it still holds up to this day. And even maybe more, just because it wasn't like Barry Bonds or McGuire that I met or, someone like that, it was Griffey and Sandy Koufax, I got a lot of love and appreciation like Koufax and Drysdale because my dad, and I still follow the Dodgers for him, and obviously Mariners all day, every day for me. 68, 69, that's awesome. So you're an OG. Heck yeah. Bottom of the eighth, 8-0 Mariners. At this point, they just need to end this game. But we got to get through it. Can't complain. I mean, we're up 8-0. It's not like we're down 8-0, and I'm like miserable right now. But just kind of tough at this point because more than likely the Astros are not going to lose to the Diamondbacks, and we're going to miss out. But we kind of did this to ourselves by playing shitty baseball in September. So Nolan Ryan, yeah, I mean, what a goat. Kind of crazy to think that he played in 4 different decades from 68 to 93, and to go from the Mets and then the Angels and then the Astros and then the Rangers and 5,000 Ks and the shutouts and the Cy Youngs and the no hitters and pitching complete games. It's just wild to think that his arm didn't fall off with a bunch of Tommy John surgeries and whatnot. I mean, he might be an alien, you know? I mean, if there's anything closer to being an alien, it's probably him. I don't know, Marcos. I mean, this game is pretty much over, so I mean, I don't really know at this point what's going to happen. You know, everyone is kind of thinking of what's for dinner. You know, they're wanting to go get drinks and food, and everyone's kind of going through the motions right now in this matchup. Got him. One away. And the arm is still attached to his body. You know, I've never seen anybody like that. You know, there's been a lot of great pitchers over the years, but I mean, shit, even when Nolan was retired and he would throw like first pitch, you know, at games, even as an old man or, you know, a grandpa, I mean, shit, he could still throw like 80, you know, like, and that's pretty amazing when you could be like out of baseball for 20, 30 years and then go up there and still pitch like, you know, 80 miles an hour, you know, a lot of people wouldn't be able to do that. He's fantastic. Bottom of the eighth, 8-0 Seattle, a one pitch. Pitch is low, 1-1 count. I'm going to take a look at the schedule to see what's going on for college football tomorrow morning. All right, what do we got tomorrow morning? We got Penn State, Northwestern. We got USC, Colorado. So is that going to be done by Gus Johnson and Joel Klatt? I would assume it would be. So that'll be what I'll be watching in the morning. Florida, Kentucky. Then we got Georgia, Auburn, Michigan, Nebraska, Kansas, Texas, Oregon, Stanford, LSU, Ole Miss, Notre Dame, and Duke. But I would assume that I assume that that's what it'll be in the morning for Colorado, USC. So I'll be up early. Bottom of the eighth, 8-0 Seattle. Come on now. Sam Haggerty in the box. Marcos is like, I need this for my parlay. 3-2 pitch to Haggerty. Popped up foul. Let's go, Sam. 3-2 pitch to Haggerty, fouled off. Walked him. There we go. Sam going to first. Wow, look at Luis Torrens in the game. Everyone getting playing time now. Oh, 2 count to Luis. Come on now. Torrens popped up. Routine play in left field, 2 away. Some pig ribs, yeah. All right, Ty France in the box. Homered early today to start the rally. 1 for 2 with a solo dinger, hit by pitch, 2 runs. Ty pops up, routine play in left field. All right. Now we're going to the top of the ninth. We got Leon coming in. Next up, 0 for 1 with a K. Last ditch effort, Robbie Grossman. Batting second, 0 for 3 with 3 Ks, left fielder Evan Carter. And batting third, Ezekiel Duran. See if we can end up keeping the shutout here. Go Mariners. 2 games left. But I mean, again, even if we win both, there's no guarantee, I think, that we get in, even if we do the unthinkable and sweep the Rangers. But again, for whatever reason, it's just very difficult when we play this particular team. Had a much better record against the Astros this year than Texas. Uh, 100%, I agree, Mark. I agree. Yeah, but we didn't. I mean, like I said, we were batting 230 as a team almost the whole season, and that's terrible. And like I said, we only had one good player within the first 50, 60 games, and that was Jared Kelenic, and then closer with Paul Sewald. And it took us 50, 60 games to figure out Mike Ford was our DH instead of like Colton Wong, which was the Wong move, and Taylor Trammell and all these other guys that Dylan Moore that weren't good enough. So we kind of shot ourselves in the foot. We had a great July and August and played great after the All-Star break, Julio breaking records and whatnot. But as far as, starting off really, really slow, if we just would have started off out of the gates better, we're not in this situation. So we only have ourselves to blame. Sometimes pitching was good and then the hitting wasn't. And then the hitting got good and the pitching wasn't there. Or we had hitting and starting pitching, but then the mid relievers and closers did, terrible. Like, it's like you got to be able to have every level covered. Starting pitching, mid relievers, closers. You got to get to 5 runs and 7 to 10 hits. If you don't, you're going to lose. Because when the Mariners get to 5 runs or more and 7 to 10 hits, they literally win 90 to 95% of the games. But if you get under 5 runs, they lose 90% of the games. Like, they can't win 2-1, 3-2, 4-3 like they were able to do last year with Julio, Kirby, and Cal's rookie year in 2022. We're just not built the same way. So 2-1 pitch to Grossman. Come on, Leon. There's a strike. 2-2 count. Pitch is low and in the dirt. 3-2 count. Count is full. Come on, Leon. Let's go. Count is full. Top of the ninth, 8-0 Mariners, and you just walked them. Come on. Robbie didn't even know what it was in the pitch count. He's like, did I get walked? Yes, you did. Next up for the Rangers, Evan Carter. Chopper towards first. One away. Next up for the Rangers, shortstop Ezekiel Duran. Yeah, and then like I said, doing this full time for my job, like I said, it took me 10 years to go full time, but this is like one of the first years that I've actually done baseball live streams for like the Mariners, and then fill-in streams for like Dodgers and other teams when they have a day off. But to go through and do a live stream pretty much every day throughout the Mariners regular season, I don't know how many live streams I did this year, 80, 100, over 100, but a lot. And you start to really learn about your team more and more. It's one thing if you're watching, but also if you're doing the play-by-play and the color, you start to notice some of the other things that maybe if you were just drinking a beer on the couch that maybe you would miss. And there's a lot of improvement that could be made on this squad. Also, getting a better first baseman than Ty France is essential. We have too many guys that are strikeout kings and that are batting like 220, 230, and we need just to get better hitters. Pitching has been pretty good. And we need to figure out who our closer is, because I'm not really sure if Munoz is the guy. He's more of like a setup guy. I wish we still had Seawald. Like when we had Edwin Diaz, it's like we need to have a guy like that that's intimidating, that gets the job done. But it seems like anytime we end up getting a solid stud, closer, we trade him. Edwin Diaz to the Mets, bye. Seawald, bye. But I mean, at least we got Rojas and Dom out of it, and Bliss, obviously the minor league player in the deal. So it is what it is. Top of the ninth, 8-0 Mariners. Runner at second, one away, 3-2 pitch. No. Well, we're up 8-0, so we're not going to get up. So after this, the game is over. We're not getting up in the bottom of the ninth because we're already up 8-0. So Mariners are not going to get any more runs. This is it. 3-2 pitch, and he walked him. Damn it. It's okay, Paisley. My pup is waiting for a walk. I love you. I love you very much. I know, I love you. I'm almost done. Popped up. 2 away. I know, Paisley. I'm almost done. Well, if you're 7.5 and we're at 8 right now, you already won. So, because obviously the 7.5 is the total score between both teams. So, if it's plus 7.5 and you're at 8, you already won your bet, right? Unless you have some other underlier bet, on top of that. Popped up. Haggerty, center field. There we go. All right, baby. 8-0 Mariners. And then tomorrow, obviously, I have the decision to make if I'm going to do the Ducks and Stanford, or if we're going to do the Mariner game. It probably makes sense to do the Mariner game tomorrow. Mariners play at 4:15 on Fox, so the whole country will be watching. We got Castillo on the mound. Texas is undecided. And then as far as the Ducks, they play at 3:30. So probably we'll watch the Duck game, but I'll make a decision tomorrow morning on what we're going to end up doing. So I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys very, very much. Thank you to everyone that liked, subbed, donated, commented. You guys are the best. And we'll be back tomorrow, more than likely, for another matchup between the Rangers and the Seattle Mariners. So I appreciate all y'all, and I'll be back tomorrow. I got one question for you. But you know, talk sports like us. Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, and I'm out. Gang.